Hello, you're listening to Reviewing History, your comedy history podcast. I'm filmmaker and teacher Brian Rupert, joined here by...
As always, Stephen Bedega.
And...
Anthony Galati, hi.
How are you doing, guys?
That was a sultry whisper.
I really just had something in my throat.
Oh. You
I gave
played
him
it
too much
well,
credit.
though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gave him too much credit. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's got this. He's going to go places
Yeah.
today.
My wife always gets mad at me when I talk like that. Like if I have to clear my throat and I don't do it and I just keep talking,
Yeah.
she gets like, she freaks the fuck out.
Is this like a habit of yours?
It's something I do on a regular basis. I'm doing it right now.
Oh.
If she's listening to this, she's losing her mind.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
like your Dune thing, the voice. That's your version?
Yes. Dune.
Yeah.
Dune's the hot topic.
Yeah.
Right
Especially
now,
on
it's
this
not.
channel.
Yeah, apparently.
All right. Voice your anger.
Go ahead.
Where's my anger?
Yeah, you
2
seem
minutes.
upset.
You got 2 minutes. Go.
I don't know. Maybe I want to talk about Dune. I'm not fucking allowed, apparently, because I wake up one morning and suddenly there's 2 new shows on my channel that no one told me anything about.
Well, not shows, episodes.
No, one of them's a show. One of them is a fucking show. He billed it as a new show. He even gave it an intro.
It's just a new concept.
I don't have a problem with the concept.
That's
I actually
true.
think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I was part of this fucking
I
thing.
I thought if you're doing something on your own,
I figured you didn't.
No, I didn't. Oh, he was just like, "Can you make this
It's
image?"
just-
I'm like, "Okay."
The same fucking issue
Yeah.
happens over and over and over again. And I'm not your wife, where you just keep fucking me over and then just go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again."
but how does this fuck you over?
Because I asked you to fucking keep us in the loop.
But I thought if it's something that like involves you guys, I have to. I thought this is me doing like something else for the show, like when I do an
it's
essay.
our channel.
But it's so
We have an LLC.
We literally are in business together.
yeah.
I just asked to be informed of your ideas and like before you fucking just do them at least 10 fucking times with you. And yet it keeps happening.
I thought if it's not like a monetary thing or it's not like
I'm
Like
never
extra
going to tell you
content.
no. I just want to hear about it.
okay, I thought because it wasn't like anything like doing an essay or anything.
Technically, anything we do is a monetary thing.
Well, I'm talking about like
If it doesn't
Like a-
affect your funds,
like a
yeah, I
cost,
get it.
you
I
know?
get it.
but
But it could affect. It will affect.
How do you feel
the
about
dynamic? I'm glad that you two got the argument factor there. I was like kind of outside of that, but no, I'm kind of.
You're in the same boat I am.
I'm on the same boat.
It's just
hard to
all of a
disagree.
sudden there's a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with the thing. I like the thing. I think it's a good idea.
Mhm.
But
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea that we get him drunk to do anything, but whatever. That's
he
kind of rude.
he hit me up. Hit me up and asked to do drunk commentary time. I was like, sure. I'm not gonna say no to get him. You know?
I mean, he's drunk when he asked, right?
No, he was sober.
Oh, okay. I was
was
gonna say if he was drunk when he asked, that you're just like, yeah, that's kind of taking advantage.
No, I was like, sure. And we did
I
it.
don't know if you want to promote bad habits, but whatever.
Nothing is gonna stop.
look, if a
him from
man's going to
drinking.
kill himself, you might as well profit from it.
Nothing's gonna stop him from drinking.
Nothing's gonna stop Brian from profiting off of another man's suffering.
And nothing can compel him to just do what I asked him. Apparently. Because I know he's going to do it again.
Yeah,
Because he's done it at least 4 fucking times now.
yeah.
I don't know.
And we each took part in it, so
But now I've made it public.
you made it clear.
So maybe
You made it clear that a simple text, "I'm gonna do this," because he might have been like,
Did
"Can
I
come?"
tell you?
You probably did, and I was like, "I don't care. Do what you want."
Yeah, you
I'm
said
very hands off in this.
Oh, so it's just
relationship.
me who's the fuck
No.
face.
He's the fuckface.
your schedule though makes it very hard to do stuff.
I didn't need to be a
Yeah.
part of it. I just wanted to be informed.
Maybe
just
he would've
say, hey,
wanted to be.
yeah, maybe I would have. I like Dune. I wanted to talk about it, but there's no fucking point at this point. I saw the movie.
I didn't know you were going to see the movie.
My opinion is apparently fucking null and void.
I'm gonna make a show called Two Gentlemen, and it's gonna be me and him in suits.
I would love
and
for
we're
you
just
guys
gonna
to
talk
do that.
about mob stuff.
I would love that.
All right, move
Well,
on.
now that the grievances have been aired, you had your 2 minutes. Actually, you got 4. You got to take.
I've been really busy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, making other shows.
Well, no. So I worked on a project, and I didn't tell you guys about it. I know it's a shock, But
Our show is reviewing movies. He goes and makes another show reviewing movies without us.
Without history, yeah. a rude man.
It's under the umbrella. You guys are free to do that.
Why would I?
I don't know.
I thought we already were doing that.
We do, but
But he wants to do it with Giddo.
He wants
no,
to
it was
have
extra content.
extracurricular activities that is outside of the scope.
But I recently worked on a project in the UK.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking
You
about?
weren't in the UK.
I
What are you
was.
talking about?
I didn't tell you guys. I went and
What a shock.
Yeah, I know. I started up kind of like an immersive thing. It was called the Willy Wonka Experience.
Mhm.
It was a big hit,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
and I
Made a
flew
big
back
splash.
home. Yeah, I've been very busy
Right.
since.
Mhm.
Right. I gotcha. That was good. That was
What'd you think of that?
The Willy Wonka
thing?
experience?
Well,
Yeah.
at this point, it's probably going to be
Ancient history.
history.
Is it? Oh,
It's already,
It's already
old,
old
history when
now.
we're talking about it.
okay.
Yeah. I don't even know, like, what was the deal there?
We
They made-
mentioned it with
They made a shitty Willy Wonka
yeah.
exhibit?
I think we mentioned it last pick.
Did we?
I think so.
I didn't really watch any of the footage or anything. Did you guys see it?
A guy used AI footage to like entice kids to want to go to this Willy Wonka experience, and it was just
And they
like,
were promised like free candy and like all
it was
this
a
stuff.
warehouse with like cloths and like painted things, and it was just a really like bad scam.
And every kid got like one jelly
and they
bean.
were all crying. Yeah, it was.
And like he made this weird like
horrible.
demonic figure who lives in the walls.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna get sued.
The UK has a long history of this sort of thing.
Mhm.
You remember the guy, God, maybe you can look up his name. He was like a prolific kid show host over in the UK for like many years,
Okay.
decades. But the entire time he was secretly raping children in like
Oh, that makes sense.
in hospitals.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How is this like the Willy Wonka experience?
It has nothing to do with
Yeah.
that. That's just you went real dark.
One is like a guy like doing like a scam that
Pulling
went
a scam,
awry.
the other one's raping children.
Yeah, he's evil man.
Do you think those two are on the same level?
No, but they're
Okay.
but it's in the same like sport.
The
It's not the
same
same ballpark, but it's the same
the
sport.
same sporting good.
Is it Jimmy Seville?
What's his name?
Jimmy Seville?
Yeah. Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
He's a real monster.
Yeah, apparently. There's a whole documentary about
What a-
him. There's a whole sex scandal.
We really are starting this off on a bad note.
This is one for the books.
It started off with anger and child rape. I don't know where we're going from here, but please,
Really ugly stuff.
please,
Yeah.
please
Ugly,
veer
ugly
off of
stuff.
this.
All right,
I want
let's-
off this train.
Let's look at some emails.
This merry-go-round is not fun for me right now.
All right.
Yeah, what do we got?
Email time. So this is from the Fonz. He said, "Sup, dogs.
So,
Hi.
I
Hi
wanted
again.
to write and let you know that I think Christopher Lodondo is a gentleman and a scholar.
Okay.
If he chooses to block
He's
someone on
definitely a scholar.
Instagram, despite their extremely good looks, that's his right.
I guess I guess the Fonz got blocked.
Lodondo apparently blocked this guy.
He's a blocking fiend, right?
Lodondo's big with the block hammer. Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
tolerate anything.
Oh, that's
Mm.
funny.
He said, I have a special movie request for you. Please review Tucker, the Man in His Dream.
What?
It's a feel-good Jeff Bridges movie about Preston Tucker, an old-timey automobile entrepreneur. I have a love-hate relationship with this flick because it was forced upon me every year in high school by a specific teacher.
What a scumbag.
Yeah. So this movie,
Let's do it.
I've heard about it, and it's a movie that I've wanted to do for a bit.
Well, don't we need a third pick for this? So
Want to do Tucker?
could technically
well,
do
maybe
that.
at the end. Maybe at the
We'll
end.
figure it out.
Yeah.
You remember that movie from like 2000 about like kids in the 50s shooting rockets?
Kids in the 50s.
Yeah, they
shooting
like saw
rockets.
Sputnik and then it inspired them to like make model rockets.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
I do remember this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, what's that called?
Ah, fuck. God damn it. I'm not. Hold on. Talk. What is it?
October Sky.
Sky.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
was-
you, get him.
That was a good one. My wife likes that movie.
I've never seen it.
Is it heartfelt?
It's really nice. It's a true story too.
Oh, we could
Yeah,
do
like
it.
the kid went on to like
All
work
right,
for
so
NASA.
now we have a contender between the two. What do we do? October Skies or
Oh, October Skies, where
or
it's
our,
at.
our request? We don't really do a lot of like requests immediately.
We
like
have.
this. Not
Yeah.
like this where it's like
Usually
we
we
might do
get
it
the
of
request
episode.
and we're like, oh, we'll keep it in mind, and then
Yeah.
we get to it later.
Right.
Yeah, but this might be the first one where we're kind of like,
October
let's
Sky.
just get in there. Fonz has been good to us. Why not?
I like the Fonz.
He said,
Yeah.
I also had a slight urge to hurl insults at all of you, but I'll save that for another week when I'm not about to visit the general store.
I like the Fonz. I'm gonna insult you like immediately.
Yeah.
Like
He announces it.
He sent a
I'm going to speak Italian to Michael
Yeah.
now.
he sent a second email.
Really?
Gentlemen, apologies for the second email, but I couldn't not comment on the revelation made in the Big Year episode. Revelation. Sorry.
Big year.
Yeah. What kind of sick psychopath peels and then holds the raw banana while they eat it?
Again with this.
Ant was my favorite host, but now I don't know. I guess I'm a Steve man. Not happy
Fuck
about
yeah.
this. Not happy
I
at
am.
all. Sincerely yours, the Fonz.
We got something for you, Fonz.
So
You
We
brought
read
me a
this.
banana?
I brought a banana in.
Yeah.
Now, I want the listeners to vote. We're going to put up a poll.
Yes.
Which is the proper way to eat a banana? Steve, just treat this banana how you would eat it,
You want me to open it?
like a normal human. Yeah.
We don't have two bananas.
Yeah,
so
but
this is-
the thing about yours, he can still eat
he
it.
could so look, I'm gonna
He's
peel
peeling his
this.
banana.
I'm gonna peel it, and I'm gonna peel it, and now I have a handle, so I don't have to touch what I'm eating, and it protects me from any like other germs that might possibly get into me.
Yeah. Now,
can
Anthony,
you give us a quick example
How
of what
you-
you do? Show
so
the camera. Don't
yeah,
you
hold
dare
it up.
fucking hide this. You own this moment. This is your own damn fault.
And
Peel comes completely
Jesus
off.
fucking Christ.
You
can't share it now.
Make sure you break off that little piece that nobody wants at the bottom.
Right. Yeah, no, nobody wants
This
it
goes in the
anymore out.
trash. This is
Look at
garbage now.
okay.
And now I can leave. Now I got no worries.
How's your
I
hand
go home-
feeling? Is it?
I
Does it
go
have
home.
juice on it?
I eat the banana.
Does it
I
have a
enjoy the
You
banana.
hold the raw banana.
Yes. I can really
See
get a
this?
good grip on
You
it.
see this?
Enjoy banana. I
How's
love nice
You don't
banana.
have anything on your
He's
hands?
eating a banana.
Don't you
Oh my-
need a napkin now?
No.
This is just weird.
What do you mean you don't need a
Nice
napkin?
clean banana.
You have banana juice and
Bananas are not juicy. You
I
Isn't
see
fucking
your
moron.
I see your
Even
fucking
get him.
hand.
Even get him is shaking
I
his
see
head.
I see your hand glossing in the light.
This is great.
You have banana gunk
It's the
all
best
over
show we
your
ever
fucking
did.
hand.
Because you get to eat
I
them.
got to enjoy a nice banana for myself.
Are they one of your favorite fruits?
It's the best. I even like them in a bread or a muffin.
I like them in bread and
Well,
muffins.
well,
See
you
your
know.
hand.
Banana is a
Finish your
top tier
banana.
fruit.
Don't wipe your hand and go like this.
What do you mean?
Do this.
Show the residue.
Show me
Show
your
your
hand.
banana
Oh
residue.
no.
Wow.
Keep it out. Keep it out like this. Do this. Do this.
No.
Come on. No.
Show it to the camera.
Do it.
Show,
Do
show your filthy
I see
hand.
a banana string on your hand. I see it on your
He
hand.
won't show the front of his hand because he knows.
It's covered in bullshit. It's covered in. You couldn't touch anything now. You got to go wash your hand
I don't know
or
what you're
get a
talking about.
napkin.
I don't know what you're
Look, he
talking
can't even.
He's
Don't fucking touch the
Oh,
microphone. There's banana string on your
He's
ass now.
wiping
about.
banana. on
I
his
thought I had a napkin in my pocket.
Wow, it's almost as if you had a handle that could have avoided this entire situation.
Get him's bringing you a napkin.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go. You're an adult.
The argument is over.
It's over. He lost. He lost. In that moment, he realized how silly he was.
He won't change.
There's apes that do better than you.
He won't change, but
No.
he knows you're right.
Yes.
And I'm right.
What do you mean me? Yeah.
And
The whole
society
world.
is right.
You're the only one. You might be the only one in the world that does this. That's actually kind of an achievement in itself.
This is like when I found out I was wiping the wrong way.
Yeah, this is the exact same thing.
All right. So this email.
Thank you, Fonz, for bringing
Yes.
that to us because,
All right.
yes.
This email is from Chippa. It's titled "It's Chippa."
Oh my god.
Oh, can we read this?
I know
Yeah.
you said we're some sick motherfuckers. But we're as cold as the ice road truckers. You come to your town, the shit goes down. We're sick fucking puppies.
Come barking up your tree.
So he said, "Hello, reviewing history.
Hey,
Hope
Chippa.
all is well
You
up
gotta do it
north."
as Chip.
He didn't write it. as
So he's a
Chip.
southerner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Stephen Weiss, and I'm a fan out of Palm Coast, Florida, a
Fuck yeah.
town just south of one of the most historic cities in the country, St. Augustine.
Nice.
I am originally from Bergen County, New Jersey,
Huh.
Carlstadt specifically, and I miss New Jersey every day.
Where's
The
Where's
we-
Bergen County? Is that far away?
It's a northern county.
Mm.
So, the weather, the things to do, the food, especially the food. The food in Florida fucking sucks compared to New Jersey and New York.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's right.
I would imagine that's true, but you probably can do pretty well with the Cuban shit. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But you're missing
Seafood.
Italian food.
Yeah. Well,
And,
no, there's plenty of guineas down.
But you're not.
But it's not
New
real.
York Italian
Yeah,
food.
true.
The pizza, you know.
Yeah.
He said, especially the pizza. Fortunately, we have a few gems here that encapsulate the pizza up north. Do they though? Do they?
I mean, we're getting that after this episode. So.
He said, I'm a photographer and video editor by trade. I'm an oil man.
Do you want a
by
job?
trade. So most of my time is spent sitting at my laptop editing. So I will listen to you guys as I work. You know, if he's listening to us while he's working, how good of a job is he doing on the edits? I'm just saying.
Probably better because,
Why are we distracting? Or
I couldn't listen to another podcast
Oh,
as
no?
I was editing. You have to hear what you're.
maybe it's not
Working.
audio. Maybe he's just
maybe the
doing-
editing
Just
is
video?
monotonous, yeah.
Everything is to the like it's wedding videos, but like underneath
Yeah.
is like one of our shows. Like it's to the cadence of the
Yeah,
conversation.
that
he
would be fun.
accidentally puts the podcast over like a wedding video.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, of course. That's awesome.
He said, I also watch and listen on YouTube. Thank you. The show entertains me for a good 4 to 5 hours and has become my go-to entertainment when I'm working. It's fucking awesome to hear, really.
It is.
I
of course.
plan to come up to Jersey in the next few months to visit my cousins, who just so happen to be in a punk rock band out of Clifton named Toy Machine. A great local band, by the way. If you're into punk-infused rock and hip-hop, go check them out. If you guys need a photographer while I'm up there for the show, I would be more than happy to take photos for your guys' social media. Can we do the Love Beach photo?
I would do
Yes,
that.
With the
yes,
three
I
of
have,
us?
I have some shirts
I
that
would
will
do
work
that.
for us. Yes, let's do that.
All right.
Did you really need to ask?
We're going to talk. I've been listening to the podcast for 2 months and love everything about the show, especially
Sick.
Brian's off-kilter jokes, followed by 2 to 3 seconds of silence until either Ant or Steve finally calls out while the joke bombs and sets Brian straight. All love, Brian. The stories you guys tell are always hilarious, and every time I listen to an episode, I'm always excited to hear a story you three tell from your past. They are always gems, especially the ninja story, a classic from the
Hysterical.
show. With that said, I need to know what is the most embarrassing story all three of you have from high school or college days that is cemented in each of your guys' brains, where the person telling the story is cringing while the other two laugh at their expense. The best cringe stories are the ones with girls getting obsessed or an embarking breakup. I may see myself as a Brian type with my friend group. I'm so sorry. I am a nerd. I wear glasses, and most of the time I get ragged on in my friend group with love, of course. At least you get it with love. I don't
Yeah,
know.
ours is hatred and vitriol.
One day I hope to have a podcast with my best friends.
Don't let your dreams
Sometimes
be dreams.
sometimes I recommend it.
Don't go into business with your buddy.
If you have good, we have to deal with some weird shit. Never did I think I'd have to take Brian into another room and be like, "Why are you embezzling?" But here we are.
I put the money back. I also love trains, which leads me to a great movie you guys should review for the show called Unstoppable, featuring Chris Pine and Denzel Washington.
I remember when that came
Oh,
out.
I
yeah.
saw it.
I
Was
think
it good?
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Yeah, I didn't know it was a true story.
Why can't they stop the train? Those are usually pretty easy
It's
to stop.
unstoppable.
It's unstoppable.
But why is it unstoppable?
Things
Don't
happen.
Stop asking questions.
Apparently, it's based on a true story of a runaway CSX train, also
That's
called
a freight company.
Yeah, also called the Crazy Eights incident, where engine number 8888, it was a neo-Nazi train. It was on its way to
Right,
Auschwitz.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
There'd be a 14 before the
Yeah.
8s.
Carrying a freight train of 47
New
cars,
Auschwitz.
including some with hazardous materials, traveled uncontrolled up to 51 miles per hour, where the train traveled.
Great Scott.
Yeah.
It's like speed.
Where the train traveled a total of 65 miles through Northwest Ohio. The engineer switching his train saw a misaligned switch while moving his train out of the yard and decided to slow down his train, exit the cab, and manually throw the switch, which is something
While it was rolling. That's
would-
that's
he's-
terribly dangerous.
apparently it's something you don't fucking do.
No, you don't.
And he said after exiting the train, the throttle kicked up speed, leaving the yard just in time for the ground engineer to miss his train. And they linked to the Wikipedia. And he said, I love this movie, and I hope this is something.
So it was going without an engineer.
I guess,
Woof.
yeah. That's why it was
Woof.
unstoppable.
Unstoppable because nobody could go on there and
just
stop
picked up
it.
speed
Yeah.
and speed. But I guess it didn't have a dead man's feature, which usually will dump the train after a few.
Yeah.
Every couple of seconds, there's
It
like a
might
beeping
have.
noise in the cab. It goes beep, 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 and the engineer has to smack a button. And if they don't smack that button,
Shuts off.
after about like 3 seconds, the whole train dumps. Maybe it was before they implemented
Yeah.
that.
Maybe this
But
is
it
why.
said it went 65 miles, so maybe there was.
I mean, if it had that feature, then something went horribly wrong.
I don't know. Maybe we'll watch it and
Yeah.
see. Who knows?
He said, I love this movie and I hope this is something you guys consider reviewing in the future. One of the few Denzel movies that doesn't get talked about. Trains fucking rule.
Mm.
Oh,
He
Thank
said,
you.
You know, one of my favorite videos is Crazy Train Guy in New York,
yes.
where
yeah.
the guy is watching a train go by and just fucking jizzing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We can't put the audio in, right? Oh, fuck.
If you
I'm
want,
sorry I brought it up.
no, if you want, well, I can play the audio right here.
Yeah, listen to that bell. Oh, take a look at that. Oh my God! Woo! Listen to that horn! Oh my God! Oh, she's beautiful. She is beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, it's a BL2.
Yeah, he's flipping out about that. It's
Yeah.
weird. But he also said, by the way, I've been the one commenting Chippa on the episode.
I figured that.
He runs my gaming account. The Warman 1027 sometimes. You can't stop him. Chippa lives on. What's that?
What's that?
Anyway,
Fuck yeah.
keep at it with the show. Can't wait for you guys to get 1,000 subs on YouTube. Love you
Soon,
guys.
man.
Can't wait for more episodes. Best, Steven.
Thank you.
Oh, and he left his number.
What?
Should I read it on mic?
You can get tens of people calling you.
This email is titled "In Defense of Aunt G." So I already don't like the cut of this guy's
Yeah,
jib.
don't read
Alright.
it. Skip that email.
Yeah, next.
It's about bananas.
Wait, do we want to do the? He asked, "What's the cringiest story?"
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, we've kind of
that
done
few
a few of
times.
those.
I
The-
thought of one just now.
Oh,
but
what's
it's not-
yours?
but it's not like utmost cringy. It's just like I suck.
You do
Okay.
suck.
I do though. That's the thing. It's not surprising, you know.
I got one for you that would piss you off.
So don't do it.
No, okay.
How would you tell my story?
I don't even know if you remember this.
I probably don't. Tell me off mic.
Yeah.
Mine was I was talking to this girl who was in my basement at the time, just me and her.
How'd she get there? Steve?
Yes, I
You're beautiful.
You're
You're
coming
with
with
me
me
forever.
You're
She's
my
in his
woman.
basement.
Is that a knife?
Yeah.
I mean, the implication of how she got there is
Yeah.
not important to the
Yeah.
story, but
Well, she was in my basement.
yeah, she was tied up to the radiator,
Anyway.
and no, we were hanging out, and I was just drinking like a soda, like nothing crazy, and I thought it was going real well. We're laughing, you know, and I go to take a sip, and I got a fucking sneeze, like immediately.
While you're sipping a soda?
Wine, like I'm like, and it just was like, boom, here comes a sneeze. There was no like, it wasn't like, oh my God, I have to breathe in. It's just, and I had to turn and release my sneeze with soda that went all over my fucking couch. And I had to sit there cleaning it up while
Come
she
on.
left. I shit you not. It
Really?
was so embarrassing. Yeah. So embarrassing.
It's actually funny.
It's funny, but it's embarrassing. That was a pretty bad fuck up,
That's right.
but not the worst.
We've told a few.
We've
of
told
our
a few,
stories
yeah.
on here.
Did you ever
I don't
tell
think
the
I
one when
did.
you farted?
Yes.
Did
I
I?
think so. I
don't
think
know if
so.
I ever did.
Just tell it again, unless you had something else. in
I mean,
mind.
this is not really much of a story. I was making out with this girl. We were at a club,
Yeah, yours is way worse.
and I was hooking up with this girl, and then we were leaving, and we all piled into the back of my friend's car, and she's sitting on my lap. but when she hopped up on my lap, it pushed on my stomach, and I just ripped ass really loud. And it was horribly embarrassing.
Didn't like she want you to call her still, and you
She did, and I just started like I was so embarrassed I didn't know what to do. You know?
and you laughed in her face.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
That's horrible.
Oh wait.
yeah. My life was a lot of that. A lot of just sad.
We've heard a lot of Brian stuff too. So
Um,
if you want to tell one, go ahead. But
You told the cake story.
told
I
the
told
cake.
the cake.
the cake is one of the funniest ones.
Yeah.
The
Like,
cake
I was
is
in tears.
the cake is classic from me.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell when the girl made me drive her to another guy?
I don't know if you ever told it.
I
know
don't
the
think you
story,
told
though.
it
All right.
here. No.
So I was
but that's already a horrible
I
fucking
was
premise.
it was right after I had dropped out of college for the first time, so I just turned 18 years old.
18 years.
And
18 years.
Got you for
I'm
18.
18.
Alice
Yeah.
Cooper. You know, he
And
sued Kiss over that song?
did he?
Yeah, he says that Journey of 1,000 Years, which is the last song on Psycho Circus,
Yeah.
is a complete ripoff of I'm 18.
Really?
And I believe he won.
Did he? I have
Yes.
to listen to that back to back
Yeah.
now. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But so there was this girl and I was like in love with this chick. And I was friend zoned so hard.
Yeah.
And like we'd be hanging out in my basement, the two of us, like playing Sonic and stuff. And I was driving. We would just be
They're 18.
we were just hanging out, you know, like
Playing Sonic.
yeah, whatever. Doing shit like that.
Living the Christian.
you're gonna
you having a real
romance-
Christian romance.
If you're gonna romance
Yeah.
a girl, that's definitely the way.
No,
to
my
do it.
Christian romance was with my mom.
Oh my god,
That's a dark
that
joke.
is so dark.
But so yeah, you know, we would just hang out and shit like that. I was like in love with this chick, but I was clearly told that I was in the friend zone. But it's one of those
She
things,
told you? Oh, you already tried and she.
you know,
Tried
and
and
you
failed, but
stayed.
you know that I see you
but
as
you're
a
not
friend,
a quitter.
and you just stick around and you're hoping things could change,
You're not a quitter. That's
and
all.
you're hoping that you're okay with it, and you're dying inside every day.
Yes.
And there was one point where like we were hanging out and like all this stuff, and she calls me up one day. She's like, "Hey, I drove. She's like, could you give me a ride to this dude's house?
You did it.
And then like, could you drive me back? You're the only person that I know that drives."
Oh my god.
And I remember as I pick her up, I was like, fine. And like,
It's
I'm doing
bad.
it. And her mother calls her and she's like, "You're with Brian right now?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "But I'm going to like this dude's house." And she's like, "Wait, you're with Brian and you're going to this dude's house? I don't understand." And basically the mother was like, "I thought Brian was something. You're hanging out with this dude all the time. Now you're getting dropped off at another guy's house by him." So I drop them off. I go home, I do whatever, and then I pick her up and I bring her and then I bring her back home.
Ugh.
That was the last time I had any involvement with her. That was like a mentally torturous experience. And I pick her up, her hair is all messed up. It's clear that they had been like
Ugh.
fooling around.
Ugh. That
Yeah.
hurt. That
That's
hurts.
not embarrassing.
That's not
It's just-
embarrassing. That just hurts.
It's young, painful cringe.
The cuckold driver.
yeah.
I was her vehicle, baby.
Ugh,
I'll take
Jesus.
her anywhere she wants to go.
I have a lot of
That hurt
stories
me.
of like where I'm about to get laid and don't realize it and then fuck it up.
I have some of those.
I got a lot of those. Like I
Yeah.
remember this one time, I was I was in college, and this girl from Applebee's, who I didn't really talk to all
Okay.
that much, but she worked there with us, and she ended up being in one of my classes. And she needed a ride home one day. So she asked me to give her a ride. So I drive her home and we get to a house and she's like, "Hey, you want to come in and hang out?" And I just was like, "No." And I left.
You pulled a George Costanza.
I literally have like a million of those.
I gotta go
And
hang
then I
out
re-
with my buddy.
And
in
then
the
I
basement.
realized later, like, oh my God.
Coffee doesn't mean coffee.
I gotta go hang out in the basement, and listen to some records. I can't hang out.
Did I ever tell you this one?
Me and Brian gotta watch Star Trek. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to go hang out with metal dudes in a basement.
There's a good chance that's why you said no.
Probably.
I got a good one like that. So this girl wanted to get one of our friends jealous. So she was trying to fuck me, I'm convinced, right?
Uh-huh.
And she calls me up one day. She's like, I'm outside your house. Come walk with me and then come to my house. She lived down the block. She basically was saying I wanted to fuck. And I was like, no, I'm watching Spider-Man. The 1994 cartoon. I had just discovered that it had been re-airing on TV. And I was like, I'm good.
I gotta watch Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then later, I was working at like a shit job at Fun Station. She calls me up and leaves a voicemail like, I'm outside your house. It's freezing. I want to come in. Let me in. I run out of work. I said my dad died. I ran out of the house. I left.
She was gone.
I call her.
yeah,
Voicemail. Never happened.
Missed it.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. So there you go. You got some cringe.
That's some. That's good. That's good.
All right. So this is from Thurman.
Strom?
That's the guy's name. He's in defense of Aunt G. Hello. Well, I enjoyed the podcast immensely. The repeated mocking of Aunt G for his perfectly logical banana eating style has gone too far. Congratulations. You found the one other person on the planet that agrees with you.
We didn't finish the email yet.
You think he's gonna turn on me?
I'm not convinced yet. Let's go dig this a little further.
I also eat bananas in this manner.
Thank you.
The handle technique espoused by Brian and Steve is the default.
Why is this on a hot topic? Did we talk about this recently?
I think so. I think we did. We gave you a couple of digs.
We spoke about it on the Big Year episode, and like we're just getting to it now. The handle technique espoused by Brian and Steve is the default of simpletons.
Yes.
Going bare is efficient and saves a trick back to the trash can.
Literally what I just said. Beautiful. This is so eloquent.
It's still only one trip to the trash can.
This is
no. He has to do two because he has to get a fucking napkin.
No.
Yes, that's true.
Because you're not like you see what I did here. The demonstration. I don't know if you guys saw it. I was holding the banana for a long time,
and your hand got filthy.
You ate the banana. You weren't holding it for.
But I was holding it for a long time. Whereas if you when you eat it, you eat the banana fairly quickly. It doesn't take a long time to put a banana.
Fucking throw the goddamn banana.
You can do it in about 3 seconds. I mean, let's be honest.
You eat a banana in 3 seconds.
I'll eat fucking 10 bananas in 10 seconds.
I'm very convinced.
That is going to happen as a challenge.
I'm so convinced we can get him institutionalized. I'm really I think we should.
When you
really
eat a banana quickly, it doesn't get on your hands.
You know what?
No.
He's losing 10% of stake in the LLC now. He's done. We each get 5%. Fuck this guy.
I'm already out as far as fucking information goes anyway.
Yeah, but the profits were, no. This is too much.
Go ahead.
Look at this.
What else did he say?
There.
What else did this brilliant man say?
Banana peels cannot be disposed of in just any trash can.
Clearly.
I don't know what he's talking about.
When you have finished your tasty treat, any banana residue on your fingertips is negligible.
Yes.
And can be removed with a quick hand wash. As both Aunt G
I literally just wiped it on my pants
to be
and it was
avid
fine.
banana eaters.
Right.
We don't have to wash our hands.
Yes,
with
that's
the handle.
the
That's
thing.
the point. It's less work. It's less work.
It's not less work.
You raving? Did you write this?
You have to stand up, walk over to a trash can. I've already done that. I've done that before. Like
I could eat the banana on my way to the trash can.
Yeah. And just throw
What are you
out that
talking about, dude? So you planning ahead? No, right away you get the trash can part of this out of the way.
He loves
You're
checkers.
good to go.
He can't chess. He's not a chess guy, although he is good at chess. Continue.
What else did he say?
Continue on this bullshit tirade.
He said, as both Aunt G and I seem to be avid banana eaters, I think it's obvious we know best. I think Jimmy the hair guy is an avid banana eater too.
You're calling him a homosexual.
Yes.
He didn't earn that.
Jimmy? Jimmy earned it.
People don't know.
You said he didn't earn it?
It's just throw a gay jab at Jimmy. That's it.
Wait, you have to earn the
You ain't
homosexual
earned an insult at my hand.
Yeah, what the fuck are you? The Ant the Butcher.
The Bill the Butcher of gay jokes.
I seem to dish them out pretty regularly too.
Yeah,
but Jim,
he doesn't get one of those yet.
And he said, I would also like to weigh on the Fear and Loathing episode, which was great.
Thank you.
Ooh, really?
I do think, though, that Brian and Aunt G missed the mark of their criticism of Hunter S. Thompson and the obviously over-the-top exaggerated drug use in the movie. While this probably comes through clearer in the book, Hunter S. Thompson is actually talking about the failure of drug counterculture hippie movement to live up to its idealism in a larger societal sense by showing these characters to be so depraved and ultimately ineffectual. There is some glorification there, of course, and that's what many of the cement heads who interpret the book/movie as unfailingly pro-drug latch onto. Hunter S. Thompson got overwhelmed by the character he created, and once he tried cocaine, it was all over.
Thank you. That was good.
That's well said.
Yeah.
He called you guys cement heads.
He did, but
No, I think he said cement heads, that like people that do drugs.
No,
no, he's saying the people
no.
that say it's a pro-drug movie.
are cement heads.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he called you
No,
cement heads.
I mean, he's defending
But
the
he's
film.
right.
He's allowed to do that. I don't agree with him.
This debate, by the way, has went on for almost 4 months since we did that
It's
episode.
Kind of, yeah.
Because
It comes back.
I think you and I probably out of character were viscerally reactive to it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I realized that in hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the time I was like, it's just, this is normal. When you listen back to it, it's like, why are we like so worked up about this? But I don't think you did a good job of defending it either. Like you
Well, it's kind of hard when two people are viciously attacking every aspect. It's like, I don't want to ruin the show and just like, you know.
that wouldn't be ruining the show. That would be compelling.
Yeah, but it's,
I
when you
thought
can't
it was
get out a
very
sentence,
compelling.
it's, you know,
Oh, I know. It's a
annoying.
good episode. I actually think it's good. But
Well, yeah.
The
maybe
best part got cut.
the best part got cut.
that wasn't. Exactly. Continue.
As the subtitle of the book states, Fear and Loathing is styled as a savage journey into the heart of the American dream.
Yeah.
The trips are really just a backdrop for social commentary that doesn't lend
Oh,
itself to a linear plot or compelling visuals. So the movie is a mess, but the thing to remember is that all the drug and the chaos, the paranoia, is a reaction to the 1950s, to all the class consciousness,
Yeah.
systemic racism, and rising consumerism. It's a reaction to generations who buried their emotions, who judged each other by the quality of their lawns, to the idea of a proper American family being the only right way to live, crew cuts in church on Sunday, tuck in your shirt and get a job, etc.
I actually think that is the right way to live. So fuck Hunter S. Thompson. Fuck all of his criticisms. They're dumb.
Always present a perfect exterior. Always present a perfect exterior to the world, even if you're dying inside. It's the journey from America as the hero nation of World War II, the economic boom that followed, to the impact of the Cold War, and then the nasty proxy war of Vietnam. Also check out Vietnam Percocide by W.D. Earhart, if you can. Best book on the war, in my opinion.
Earhart.
Captures the bluster and senselessness from the inside.
Sure.
The early
Probably
hippie
a good
movement was all about that full-on freedom, no limits, freak power, question authority shit. And Hunter S. Thompson is writing about the failure of that, even as he indulges in it, as it inevitably leads to ugliness and decadence. The book doesn't provide any answers, but it's prescient in diagnosing the rot that going too far the other way, abandoning traditions, religions, embracing mind-altering substances, etc. results in. Here's my thing with this.
You guys really struck a chord. Yeah, goddamn.
But here's my thing with
This is
this.
like a fourth email about it.
What he is talking about is from the book. We didn't read the book.
No, we didn't read the book. We
We're
watched the movie.
commenting on the movie
Yeah.
that was presented before us.
Right.
None of that comes across.
None
in the
of that is in the movie. Like, that could all very well be in the book. None of it is in the movie.
And that like what he's saying, if that is in fact what the book is about, which I assume it is, since this gentleman seems to have read it,
Yeah.
is very fascinating and worth talking about, and probably quite poignant from what it sounds like.
Yes.
I tried bringing it up twice in the episode. You guys shut me down.
Well, you didn't read it either.
Yes, I did.
You read the book.
I have the book, yeah.
You know,
You should have fought.
you really
harder.
are fucking Stevie Tight Lips because you don't fucking say this shit. Come on.
You guys are the assholes, not me.
He said, there is a famous passage from the book that illustrates this better than I ever could that I'll include at the end of this email. I'm not going to read the passage.
Why?
It's very long. It's like as long as the email. It'll take me a while to get through it.
I mean, he took the time. To,
All right.
well, hold on. What? All right. How long are we talking?
Read the
two,
first
three,
sentence.
There's 4 paragraphs, and they're pretty big.
Holy crap!
Read the first paragraph, and then anybody who wants to can go to the second and third on their own time.
Good call.
Okay.
Good call. Don't waste his time and ours.
right.
So
There's a famous passage from the book that illustrates this better than I ever could. I'll include at the end of this email. He talks about the wonderful energy of the initial idealism and basically says, as great as it wasn't sustainable. It didn't lead anywhere, at least not to any real change.
Yes.
Hunter S. Thompson got sucked too far into drugs and celebrity and became of a character of the Gonzo character, which is sad. But there was a period where he was actually very focused on the idea of fixing the country, and he himself was too idealistic in many ways, which led to his support of Carter and McGovern, his hatred of Nixon, etc. Here's the thing, though. Like, people like Carter, just because Hunter S. Thompson, like, supported them, those people were part of the like, you can trace specific problems in America
That's what
back
he's-
to those people.
that's also what he's saying too.
Yeah.
That the ideals that he stood for actually hurt
He's saying
all around. Yeah, he's saying that. That's the whole.
He
point
agrees
of
with
it.
you.
Yes.
Okay. His hatred of
It's his
Nixon,
hatred
etc.
again. Those blind
Fear-
hatred blinders.
Fear
man.
and Loathing on the Campaign Trail 72 is a masterpiece. At the least, he
It is,
deserves
yeah.
credit for shaving his head when he ran for sheriff of Aspen and then referring to the guy he was running against as my long-haired opponent over and over again.
Mhm.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yes.
That's very funny.
Check the Wikipedia entry on his campaign. His platform is genius. Sod the streets, changed the name of Aspen to Fat City, etc. He's like a Vermin Supreme. He's proto-Vermin Supreme.
Kind of, but he was more
I'm Vermin
serious 'cause
Supreme. I'm Vermin Supreme.
he was actually.
What's
trying,
that?
like,
Do you remember the
trying
song?
to get elected?
My name is Vermin. My name is Vermin Supreme.
I love Vermin.
He
Supreme,
sprinkles
though.
dust on everyone. You're gay now. I mean, you're
love
gay.
Vermin Supreme. He has the boot.
Yeah.
He has a boot on his head. He's a wizard.
He said, history is hard to know because all of the hired bullshit, but even without being sure of history, it seems entirely reasonable to think that every now and then the energy of a whole generation comes to a head in a long, fine flash. For reasons that nobody really understands at the time and which
New
never
metal.
explain in retrospect what actually happened. And that's the first paragraph. And then there's more. I'm not,
Mhm.
Thank you so much for the email.
Yeah, thank you for
Great
the
email.
detailed. Yeah.
Especially the beginning.
Yes. All right. This is from Johnny Bean Smasher.
I'm seeing a trend here.
Yeah.
Remember the first pilot we did where you were talking about Johnny Appleseed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That goes back
Good
away.
time.
That was in the other studio.
That was with
Yeah.
Ming, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Ming. We should get him on the show.
I want to get Ming. Johnny Bean Smasher. Hey guys, I'm a recent convert to the show.
Velkomen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been happily listening regularly for about 2 months now and have binged all the
Sweet.
back episodes. My job affords me about 10 hours of listening time a night. I love
What
the
do you
show.
do?
Great job.
Yeah. Whatever job it is, great.
Keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I also really enjoyed the recent Side Scrollers episode.
Oh, cool.
That's when we played Donkey
Yes.
Kong.
Video game history is a big passion of mine.
Why do I
Not,
feel like we read this?
You might have
Did
read
you
it
read this last
together.
time?
no.
How would we?
They
It
wouldn't have
just
came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that you guys need it, want it, or have asked for it, but I wanted to email you guys and offer any help with research or trivia for any upcoming episodes.
Oh, you sent me this one.
I sent you it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I sent it in the chat, I think. One other thing, and I'm sure you've gotten other messages about it, but bits and pixels don't have that kind of a correlation.
I lost my shit.
Not
That drove you
oh,
nuts, right?
I lost.
Wait, let
I
me finish
wanted
the
to
email, then we'll
kill
talk
you
about it.
guys.
I got one more sentence. Not a big deal, but I feel nitpicky for mentioning it, but I guess I just had to. All right. So Steve, when he was watching the
I
episode,
wanted to fucking kill you.
texted us in a rage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to issue a public correction and apology. I got it wrong, guys. I'm sorry. As it's been informed to me, bits are the capacity for memory on those storages, and they have nothing to do with pixels. It is simply the amount of pixels that
at
they
his
can
face.
hold in an 8-bit
He's
image.
fucking furious right now.
Am I right?
Good enough. It's good enough. Bits are true and false, and that it's storage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saw two numbskulls talking about
Talking about
Talking
bullshit.
about like
Just
they knew.
bullshitting it. I
You
was
were, like,
"Ah!"
screaming-
I was like, I know this. I can be there. If only Brian told me they were doing this. No, you guys told me. You guys told me.
Yeah, because I made him.
Yeah, you weren't gonna. Oh, if you didn't tell me and you did that, oh, I would have fucking deleted the video. But no, it's hard to really grasp like those concepts, like if you never really use them.
I understand it better now. I did get hexadecimal right, you said.
You did get hex right enough, yeah.
Yeah. And he said, anyways, I love the show and look forward to what you guys have coming up. Thanks for the great content, Drew.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Drew.
you. I guess he's not Johnny Bean Smash.
He's always Johnny Bean to me.
Yeah. Mr. Bean. That's Mr. Bean. You use his proper name.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Did you like Mr. Bean?
No,
I like Mr. Bean.
I never got into it. I think I wasn't the
It was
right age.
90s.
I always thought it was funny.
Yeah. It's like physical humor, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a throwback to like silent comedians almost.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he's doing like
Wasn't
that
he
shit.
Mr.
He would make like hers.
Yeah, Hummers and stuff. Yeah.
Didn't he play that
Put the turkey in
character
his
in
head.
Rat Race?
Yes.
Like he played the Mr. Bean character
It's
in Rat
Mr.
Race.
Bean in everything but name, essentially.
Right.
And he talks a bit more, I think.
I
right?
liked him in that.
What's his name? Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson.
I'm doing. Yeah.
It's a race, a race.
It's a
I hope I
race.
win.
He was in that show everybody likes, Blackadder.
Blackadder. I never watched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I never seen
I've
that.
seen a few little bits here and there.
It's like weird spoofs and shit, right?
Yeah.
So this is from Philip Job.
Oh, we got a lot of emails.
Yeah. God has made it very hard for this man.
And in the book of Job, Milton's Messiah.
This is a short email. He said, just want to say I love the show and hearing you guys show some love to the horrorcore underground like Necro and the clowns to a certain extent. That's me. I'm a Necro fan.
Yes.
I like Necro. Not exactly
Death
down
Rock
with
will
the
always
clown.
be a part of Brian.
Yeah.
We're not down with clowns, but we get someone who is on here.
Yeah, we have
sometimes.
Jimmy is like our juggalo.
Everybody come see the greatest
One time,
show,
as a
gather
gift,
up
I was
all
given an
juggalos
ICP
and
shirt because they
roll.
thought I liked them.
They thought you
And
like
I was like, "Thank you for this gift," and I was like, "This is not. It's not metal." Like, they're confused.
they think this is metal.
They were like, "It's a metal shirt. He'll like this." It's like they got a like Hot Topic or some shit.
I'm like fascinated by like the extended universe of the ICP people. Like they have
Extended?
people that are also clowns.
Yeah, there's a whole like subgenre.
Yeah. I don't know any of the performers.
So Jimmy has told me about this. Like, there's this guy Twisted. And
Twisted, yeah.
And he came up through the ranks and he was with them and then they split up and now the Twisted fans can't be Juggalo fans, but I'm all love, baby. And like Jimmy's like, I like them both.
That is so- that is so
homies.
convoluted.
And then there's that other guy, Tech Nine, who's like
Tech Nine, I like.
who's like a speed rap guy.
Yeah.
But he's connected with them too.
Is he?
Yeah. He has like a loose Juggalo affiliation. I don't know if he's ever.
And he's
worn the
actually
makeup.
black.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Well, none of them are.
Oh, they're not. But it doesn't matter because once you put the makeup on, you don't have a skin color.
No, yeah, now you're a clown.
You're a clown. And
Right.
clown, and that's about being, one.
Whoop,
together.
whoop.
What is
Oh,
happening?
It's a twisted.
Oh.
Get him has a twisted, put it in front of the camera.
Yeah, what are you doing?
It's a twisted.
Jersey.
Jersey, yeah.
That looks expensive.
Did
It also looked, I feel like if
why
I
do you
s-
have this? Get him.
That was a gift.
Come here.
It was. I think it was a gift at the old stash, and we were going to throw it out. So I saved it just in case, and I'm trying to haggle Jimmy for price on it.
I feel like if I saw somebody walking down the street with that, I'd cross to the other way because yeah, it says serial killers. So I would definitely cross the street because I would think this guy's gonna mug me.
Which is the front? Which is the back? Oh, that's the back. Okay.
I would just think it's like someone's like beer league hockey team that has like a cool jersey.
The serial killers.
That could be it too, but I don't think like that.
Yeah. So yeah, he likes that we give some love to them.
Sweet.
He also said, you guys have talked about bands that I have never heard anyone talk about that I love, like Electric Six on the last
Fuck
pick
yeah.
episode.
Fire the disco.
Danger! High voltage! When we touch.
Wimpy.
I wanted to make a music video out of improper dancing.
Improper dancing!
in the middle of the street.
I think it would be an awesome like music video if it was like a 70s cop-esque thing. And it's like these detectives have to go stop these people dancing. Like
Proper
that'd be
dancing?
awesome. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I like
Yeah,
it. I would do
let's
it.
do it. Let's fund this.
And you have got me starting my adventure into Prague.
Hells
welcome.
yeah.
So,
You're
and what's a
welcome.
good like entry level
Porcupine Tree.
Prague band? Like, what's entry level?
Porcupine Tree.
What's it? Entry level.
Porcupine Tree.
Well, Porcupine Tree. Like, if you're going to talk about Prague,
'Cause I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna be
there's
like-
so much. Like Porcupine Tree, yeah. If
Yeah.
like nowadays,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a great.
what I mean. Yeah.
But
Crimson?
what
No.
matters in the Prague world really is the
Tull.
1970s.
Moog.
Tull. Yes.
Um,
Genesis.
Yeah.
The whole the works.
You really can't go wrong within the Court of the Crimson.
That's what I was in. I think that's
Crimson,
a
yeah.
good
that.
starter.
Take that album, play it. If you like that, you can move on from there.
Throw out all that bullshit and put on Gentle Giant. Just go straight to the...
That's diving into the deep
Go
end.
for the jugular.
I
if
actually
you're going to go hard, go hard.
like that was my intro because I was an infant. You know, my dad was
Right,
playing that
yeah.
when I was a baby.
Playing
That's
like
hard.
octopus.
Yeah,
It's hard
Like
to get
I've
into.
known that my entire life, so I'm like steeped in it. But I don't think someone could just come in
No way.
clean and
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
tough.
"Yeah, here's
Freehand
the
you could.
advent of Panache."
Freehand you could.
You know what's a good accessible album?
Mm.
Paradox Hotel.
Flower Kings.
Flower Kings. I think
I
that's
would
a good
yeah.
entry level.
I would say it's
Yeah.
too long.
It is long.
It's too fucking long. It's
That-
2
that's
hours
true.
of music.
But Of Monsters and Men is just the fucking
Yeah.
amazing song.
It's one of my favorite. I love that
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw that Big Train show. that we were
Yes.
talking about.
How was
last
it?
time.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best shows I've ever seen.
Really.
They are
That's a tall
they're
thing to
easily
say,
one of
man.
the most talented bands I've ever seen live.
Did-
Everyone's multi-instrumentalist, amazing.
Did they play Winky the Pigeon?
They did not play Winky, no.
Fucking waste of money.
Yep. That's just how dare they after
But,
that whole conversation we
Yeah,
had.
I think I'm gonna give 4 albums. Let's
Okay.
say if you've never heard Prague before and you wanted to try
These are
something,
4 entry level.
4 entry-level albums. All right, and I think you'll
Yeah.
agree with most of
Okay.
them. In the Court of the Crimson King is definitely one.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
I'm gonna say Fragile by Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Wouldn't go Close to the Edge?
No, you save that for your next one.
Okay.
You come in with Fragile. You got
Then go to
Roundabout
Close
on.
to
You got
the Edge,
Heart of the Sunrise.
Okay.
South Side of the Sky. Beautiful, beautiful album. I wouldn't do Tull per se, but I would do a
I think
Rush.
Tull
Let's
is-
do a Rush album.
I think Tull is too unique in the prog
Right.
sense, you know?
Yeah,
Because
like
there's no other prog band that sounds like Tull.
because if I'm going to talk about not folk and not rock and roll, what Prague and Tull, it's Minstrel in the Gallery, Thick as a Brick, and Passion Play. None of those are like those are some of my favorite albums ever,
Yeah.
but they're not quintessential of what Prague is.
Floyd's a good introduction.
Floyd is a great one. All right, so Dark Side of the Moon, right?
That's a great introduction.
If you've never heard it
I was
before,
going to say Animals.
Animal. That's the next one.
Yeah,
like
you
you
could-
start
Okay,
with Dark
yeah.
Side of the Moon. You know,
You
you're
need
trying.
the
You're trying to
popular
jump
shit,
into the
yeah.
advanced shit.
because
Yeah.
we're so used to
You
that.
know what it is? I almost view Dark Side of the Moon as like just a classic rock album and not even a prog
I
album.
know. Yeah.
I would not say. I feel like it's classic rock. Dark Side.
Really. So you say
They play that whole album on fucking like Q1043.
Yeah.
I would not say Dark Side.
All right. So Animals then.
If
Animals
you got to do Floyd.
easily
yeah.
one of the best albums ever.
Listen to Thin Air by Anathema. You're welcome.
Well, that's my. All right. Let's talk about modern shit.
You're
then.
welcome.
Let's talk about
Well,
modern.
you
shit.
got one more entry level prog.
All right. So I told you 70s shit. You know, Genesis is in there too. Probably
Nursery Crime?
either that or Foxtrot.
Well, you know
But-
I love Foxtrot.
The modern shit, more modern.
In absentia, Porcupine Tree.
Yeah,
Necessary.
yeah.
Necessary.
We're
We're here because we're here. Anathema.
yeah,
Necessary.
yeah.
Spock's Beard Photograph.
No. Well, I don't even know what that is.
Self-titled.
No.
Riverside.
If, of them, I would pick either V, the 5 album.
Okay, that's a good album.
Or
Second Life Syndrome by Riverside.
I love that album.
That's a
great.
good one.
That's great.
It's modern.
It is modern.
So if you want that older stuff, those first albums that we spoke about, if you're more
How many people are still listening?
if you're more fan of the classic, there
Everybody
you go.
hates this.
You're more fan of the classic, do that. We gave you some modern. I think that's good.
What would you say is a good first Flower Kings album? Because
Paradox Hotel was
that's
my
like a
first.
different style.
Paradox Hotel was my first.
Oh yeah, but you're already into that type of stuff.
Yeah, but that was the one that got me
All
into
right,
that
first
band.
Rush album. Rush album, like
First Rush album.
what would you do? What would you pick?
Uh,
Not what you actually did, but what
Spirit
you,
of Radio.
you
what,
mean,
Permanent Waves. Yeah.
That's good-
Permanent
that's
Waves
good.
is a good entry level Rush.
I would
album.
say either that or Farewell to Kings.
Farewell to Kings is good too. Farewell to Kings is more proggy.
Yeah.
But my
What was your first Rush album?
Permanent Waves. that's why I said that.
Everybody talks about Moving Pictures. I'm not too hot on that album.
It's not one of their best, but it just has all the iconic shit, you
Mhm.
know? All right.
Listen to Insomnium.
Insomnium's great. Oh, Opeth.
Oh,
Like if you're into
But
metal,
that's
if you're into
metal,
metal,
though,
then I would say Blackwater
This
Park is
listener,
the way,
this
way you
listener,
start.
this listener will get there eventually. Give them time. It's not. You can't just jump into
yeah,
that kind
it's
of
like
stuff.
like Porcupine Tree is like an entry level drug to getting into Opeth.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I liked Opeth first.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I went reverse.
All right. So this is the last email.
Sweet.
Pick episode
A
email.
lot of emails.
Dear Bry, Walt, and Q. Ah, shit. Wrong podcast.
What?
That's not
Yeah.
us.
Nope. All right. So
I can't tell if that's an insult or a
if
compliment.
if each one of us was one of those guys, who do we match up best with?
Walt, Bry, Q.
You think you're Bry?
Or him. Yeah. Oh, nah, he's probably Bry.
I think he's
I'm
Bry.
Q.
Yeah.
I am the handsome one.
He's most likely to say shit that's gonna get us into trouble. He's Bry.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I like Brian a lot. He's a nice guy.
I love
I'm
I
milk
love all
toast.
three. So.
I'm milk toast enough to be Q, I guess.
You hear that? Reviewing history. Steve calls Q milk toast.
Is
You're
that
gonna
an
get
insult?
us banned.
Is that an insult?
It's
I thought
generally
it-
not a positive, right?
What?
I would say that's an insult.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was just like you're not.
He's like, I've been calling
You
everyone.
just mean
milk
like
toast."
You're not
You mean
controversial.
he's bland and uninteresting.
No, you're not controversial.
Yeah, but
That's what I meant. I didn't mean like
Oh.
bland. I meant uncontroversial.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know another term for that. So what would you? Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
white guilt.
White
Milk
guilt,
toast.
Milk toast.
All right. So he's,
It's our fucking field, bitch.
he says, anyway, dear Rupp, Steve, and Aunt Gio, your friendly bird nerd and wannabe comic book writer, Spaceship Comics here.
Oh.
Just wanted to reach out and thank all of you, as well as the listeners that backed the Kickstarter, for your support in getting this project to print.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, the ad in the back of the book reaches a few people and gets you guys the listeners you so rightly deserve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That ad that Steve made
Really great.
is fucking great.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That
I've
was
had
a lot of AI.
I've had people. I had someone contact me. Tommy from the Jack Kirby podcast.
can you
Uh-huh.
hear me?
So I
What is
reached
that?
out to him. Well, he reached out to me when I posted it, and he's like, "That looks great. Who did the art?" I was like, "I know you're an artist, and I'm sorry I have to tell
AI.
this to you, but this was AI."
Most
and
of
he,
it was AI.
and he responded with like a sad emoji, and I felt like an asshole.
Well,
Like saying that to an artist is
Yeah.
like,
it
ugh.
was AI, but it was also a lot of Photoshop on my part.
Well, you did work to assemble it, you know.
I assembled most of it.
Yeah,
the
giant-
characters
The
were
giant
AI.
Dan Carlin.
The characters were AI, but a lot of that was me. A lot of it. Like the
Yeah.
background I made, Tom C. Dave logo I made, our logos I made. Our characters, I changed their face a couple of times,
Yeah.
like I modified it. So there was work on my part, but most of that was AI.
Yeah, it's not like you just type it in and it comes
no,
out perfect.
no.
You know?
That was work on my part.
So
Not like all those characters you invented.
Right.
Those were not AI.
Those
no,
No.
I hired artists.
You
I
hired
hired-
artists.
Yeah, he hired artists.
All right, I just want to say something real quick. Some
Okay.
fucking guy in the comments. Did you see this guy?
Yes.
No, I don't read the comments. The comments
some guy,
read me.
some guy on YouTube was like, I hope you seriously didn't pay for all these. They were all AI.
Dude.
Dude, do you
You
not
don't say.
understand what a fucking bit is?
You don't say.
Like, how do you not fucking get it? It's so clear what we're doing.
His hat's off.
It's because
The hats are off.
our acting was so good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We are. You just can't. Flawless. Flawless.
Yeah, where's my Oscar?
We're the-
What? You took all our money?
Where'd the money go, Brian? Like the monotonous line delivery.
There was one moment when I edited and you were like, do we still have to pretend this is AI? And I cut it out. Because I wanted the bit to really work, and apparently
you
it
were
worked
right.
too well. But I thought it was so clear.
It was.
Apparently
Very
one
clear.
person didn't get it.
And now he feels bad because he's probably still listening.
Sorry.
I think
It was AI.
I think he probably clicked the link one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
But anyway, he said this is from Space Chimp.
Yes.
Shameless plug time. Our second
Go
issue, Tales from Toxic Pond #2, is now live over on Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
And I was brainstorming reviewing history tier ideas as a way of getting everyone involved. See, I don't like this. He paid us for the previous ad.
Yeah.
And now he thinks-
he's backdooring in with the second one.
He thinks that
Right.
we are just going to pitch his shit for free.
He knows us, and he knows that we are.
He knows I'll read any email.
I liked the comment.
The comic, you mean?
The comic, yeah, I liked it.
But is he taking advantage of us here?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's okay.
that's
we don't
fine,
mind.
Yeah. What do we care?
Should I like DM him and be
You're
like,
gonna
yo, you
charge him
gotta send
for
us some
fucking-
money?
No, I don't want. That
No.
would be rude.
Yeah.
The guy likes us. Like, just do him a solid.
Fuck.
I mean, I could.
Dude, we do not have an audience. This isn't helping anyone.
I mean, he did
I'm
succeed.
embarrassed that he gave us money the first time.
He did succeed. The Kickstarter succeeded.
It helped.
Yeah, not from us.
I paid. Brian paid.
Yeah. Did you
Did
support him?
Did you support our guy? Yeah, all right.
Oh,
You did
okay.
support our listener. It's all right. You don't get to read the comment. Oh, wait, you did at my house, didn't you? Bastard.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It's really
It looks
cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, the story is interesting.
I didn't read it yet.
It's well done for a first
He
comic.
sent it to me. I have it.
The
but-
story is like it interwoves like memories and like crazy cosmic horror. It's cool. It's very cool.
I'm definitely excited to check it out.
Yeah.
So he's brainstorming, reviewing history, tier ideas as a way of getting everyone involved. So
Tears
now,
away.
wait.
Now we're part of the
Now
the
we're
operation.
working for him.
We're part
for
of the
free.
operation. Yeah.
You know, they have a name
Well,
for
he wants
working
to
for
be-
free.
He wants to be part of our
It's called
operation.
slavery.
Oh boy.
We're not your slaves, Space Chimp.
He wants to be part of the operation, huh?
A day at the
By the way, Space Chimp has been kind enough to give me a couple of likes on my Instagram bit I've been doing of a song every for 30 days.
Oh.
You see this?
Yeah.
That was a bit. I thought you were just actually you're doing it.
I was
It's not-
doing-
It's not
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah. I didn't come up with this.
It's not like this is my joke. It's like no, you're partaking in a weird Instagram thing.
Yeah,
That's just-
yeah. He liked a couple of my pics, so this guy's awesome.
you loser.
I used to like Space Chimp before this.
Well, what is his idea? Because it
All
might be good. Read the fucking
I'm
thing.
in favor of the first one.
You're jumping to conclusions.
A day at the ballpark with Steve.
Oh,
us
no!
us
I don't like this guy now.
Us perceivers
I
all
don't wanna
know
do
how
this.
much Steve enjoys our nation's pastime.
Oh, you ready to listen to me with
And what better way to reward the listeners and readers than enjoying a warm summer afternoon on the third baseline, heckling relief pitchers and hawking loogies at left-handed specialists while they warm up? Maybe he can help me move after the game. But but then again, that's like rounding second base in a platonic male relationship. How much would someone have to pay for you to go to the baseball game?
Dude,
with
I've
that
fallen
Steve?
asleep at 2 baseball games live. I'm not even kidding. I was like, I'm taking a nap.
I guess you weren't having a good time.
I was not. You wouldn't really have to pay me much. I would just do it.
Oh, and so listeners, Steve will go with you to a baseball
Just
game.
buy him the ticket.
I'll get
Um,
drunk.
all right. Tier 2, a personalized voicemail message from Rupp, where he describes in detail how he was caught pleasuring the dinner you've prepared for your family get-together.
This guy really does listen to the
Yeah.
show. That's going back a ways.
Easter is coming, and what better way to celebrate than with a sweaty C&B in your holiday ham? Yeah, I'm willing to do
Guys, I
that.
fucked up.
Fucked up, guys.
Couple months away.
I
like,
mean,
what,
he
7 months?
has good ideas for tears. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
This is a good one. 3, a day in the woods with Aunt G, taking landscape photography
Day in the
and
woods.
identifying bird calls.
This guy follows me on Instagram.
Day in the woods. with
He knows about my hobby of taking nature shots.
It's getting too real.
This guy's getting involved in my personal life.
Hey, Aunt, if you woke up in the tent and your ass was sore, would you tell anyone? If the answer is
I'll
no,
never tell.
want to go camping?
Oh,
Anyway, thanks for all the ad spots and all the help with the first book, guys.
Welcome,
I
dude.
sincerely appreciate it. If you ever review A Walk in the Woods, Into the Wild, etc., feel free to hit me up. I'd love to talk birdie to you.
Into the wild.
Dan,
We
I
talked
think
about
we-
that
yeah,
I'd
today.
want to
We
do Into
discussed
the
that,
Wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of
So maybe
fascinated by the
we'll
Chris
have him-
McCandless
maybe we'll
stuff.
have him
Talk
call
birdie
in or
to
come in.
me.
He's from Florida, right?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe he'll Riverside him in. We forgot to do the ad last episode. I realized.
Whatever.
Whoops. Whatever. Riverside. Use it.
Next.
Continue.
That's it for the emails.
Oh. Well, we got some history to talk about.
History
then,
time.
boys. I got a light one.
You can go
Wanna
first.
I'll go first. You got some light stuff, or you get a little heavy?
Mid-level.
You got some mid.
Mid tier.
Yeah. It's mid, like Margot Robbie.
She's not mid.
She's not mid
Oh,
at
that's
all.
what that was the thing. They were
I
saying
know.
she
That's
was
what
mid.
Gen Z was saying.
By the way, has Dune? If Dune proved anything, it's that how unattractive Zendaya is. Enough.
She's had good
Enough
days.
pretending.
She's had good days. I'm not gonna say she's like top. She's not a goddess, but she's good.
She's not. I'm not super.
And then they put her next to the super hot chick at the end. And he has
Yeah.
to choose.
I'm not super attracted to her because she has like no curves. She's like plywood. It's
Yeah.
not my style.
No, you are a stud muffin.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, look, dude,
Yeah.
I lost almost 50
Did you see him
pounds.
with that
I'm
hat
beating
off?
them off.
Did you see him with the hat on? I came. That was the most attractive thing you've done in like 15 years.
It's like Fabio. The glasses flying off my head.
Can we slow motion
If this
that?
was a 1999 teen movie, you'd be fucking
Slow music
stunning
and
right
just-
now.
Oh yeah,
What's
Dude,
that one everybody likes?
can't hardly wait.
Can't
Yeah.
hardly wait. Well, there's a lot of teen movies that are. You know,
No, the one where the
stuck,
girl
yeah.
takes the glasses off. She was already hot, but then we were supposed to pretend she wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the one with Rachel E. Cook.
Yeah.
She's all that.
She's all that, yeah.
She's the sheriff.
Anyway, I'm bringing a nautical theme. Let's harken back to some tradition.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm nautical too this week. Are you?
No.
Oh,
Well, there's water.
oh okay.
We did it, boys. We did it. So, have you ever heard about the submarine U-1206?
No.
U-boat?
Everyone, yeah,
I've heard of
everyone talks about
U-571.
U-571, but nobody talks about U-1206.
Is U-1206 the ship, the U-boat that U-571 is based on?
Nope.
Okay.
I think U-571 is based off of U-571.
That's what I mean. No,
No.
U-571 is not. But the Enigma machine.
I'm going to continue.
and malfunction.
He broke.
We need to change his batteries after the show.
So there was a when
Oil Kern.
when U-2106 was commissioned, the situation in Germany was not looking too well. They needed some hard-hitting efficiency with their U-boats.
Okay. What year
Right?
is it?
We're talking around, let me give you the exact thing, the exact date. April 1945.
Oh boy, things are looking bleak.
Mm-hmm.
1945.
1945. They design a specific U-boat that removed something that is unique. So when you are traversing
The sea.
shallow seas, when you're going to 200, 300, 1,000, wherever you go, pressure is a factor, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can't just open up a hatch and dump stuff out like human waste. So what these U-boats would do is
They
you would have your
installed screen
latrine-
doors.
Yeah, right. Of course, screen doors. You'd have a latrine. You go to the bathroom. You flush. It goes into a septic tank, so that when you go back up, you release the tank into the ocean.
Okay.
That's what was normally done.
Okay.
But the Germans
So
were
they have
like,
to hold on to the shit for a while.
Vivant the Scheiß.
Vivant, you have to hold on to the shit. That includes more weight and space, which could be used to make it more efficient if you don't have it. So if it's a lighter submarine, you have more space for more weaponry. It becomes more deadly and more efficient.
Very German, very efficient.
German efficiency, engineering efficiency at its best, right?
So what they do?
They invent a submarine that does not have
Bathrooms.
a tank.
Okay.
What it does, it's a valve system. So you can go to the bathroom.
And it expels it.
It expels it through different pressured valves that releases into the ocean, and you never have to surface to release this. Now you
That's
have
convenient.
very convenient. You have more space. It's lighter. It's more efficient, and it's doing a lot of damage, right? Because it never has to come up,
Yeah.
or at least for that purpose. You know.
Yeah, you don't have to dump the shit tank.
Here's the issue: it's German engineering. It requires German engineers to flush. You can't just flush it. You need to. It's a valve system.
Oh.
So,
So you have to have
fix.
you have to have specific
They
people whose job is to flush the shit.
yes, they actually specialized in the submarine latrine system, like the bathroom system. Like that was their specialization.
Seems like a waste of resources, right?
Well, it's also an engineer, so you probably
Yeah.
need it anyway. The engineer's probably just cross-trained.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm sure that's not all he does.
Right.
I like to think that's his specific job.
I'm the shit guy.
Yeah.
Now, these U-boats were really good at what they did.
Mhm.
Like they were taking out a lot with this new system because you don't have to fucking surface as much.
Mhm.
Which is when they get caught, when U-boats when they're on the surface. you know.
Exactly.
How come the U-boats are in like a straight line? Wouldn't it be better if they were like bent?
Like a U.
Like a U.
Right. That would make sense. I hate you. I hate you. Let me.
I don't like that Gidim is laughing in the back.
It's so dumb. It's such a dumb concept to even imagine a giant submarine shaped like a U.
I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
So what happens with this thing?
Hold on, let me get his name. So
Jerry Rafferty.
no, I don't want to
Shithouse.
mess. I don't want to mess up the name here. I don't want to mess up the
Change
name.
your name to Latrine.
So it was off of the coast of Peterhead, Scotland,
Okay.
right? And the captain of this U-boat decides, I got to take a shit. I got to go to the bathroom. And he ignores the fact that you need an engineer to flush.
Oh,
And he flushes it.
He does it wrong.
He does it wrong. What happens is instead of the water being expelled, it shoots in the other way, bursts open one of the valves, which is filled with a bunch of chlorine, and starts releasing poisonous chlorine gas and flooding the entire
Into
thing
the sub.
into the sub
So
while
everyone died.
they're.
I don't think this
no, not
happened
yet.
in U571.
No, definitely
They're
not.
200
Bon Jovi couldn't have
Yeah.
dealt with this.
They're 200 feet depth, so they're like,
now they got to surface immediately.
we got to surface.
Yeah.
This is a
Before
problem
everyone dies.
before everyone dies.
And we'd never even hear the story. So I guess somebody survives.
They survived. A good amount survived, but what happened was they surface at the exact moment an RAF patrol was overhead.
Oh boy.
They're caught.
They start bombing. They're
Yeah.
bombing the U-boat.
Mm.
I believe 3 people
And you said
died.
they're off the coast of Scotland, right?
They're off the coast of Scotland, so
Yeah.
you're not getting home
This
after
is
this.
bad.
You're in bad
Yeah,
shape.
you're fucked. You're
Yeah.
getting depth charged.
You're getting bombed, and people are coming to get you.
Believe it or not, most U-boats and subs were taken out by aircraft more than anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me. The
Mhm.
depth
During the
charges
surface, yeah.
seem like very inefficient to hit a target almost.
Well, they worked well in these convoy systems that got set up in the Battle of the Atlantic. Like the whole thing was the U.S. was sending what were called Liberty ships, which were these really quickly assembled cargo ships,
Mhm.
right? So you could build one in 24 hours, like a brand new ship. Set it out, and then the U-boats were just doing heavy damage on these things. So what they started doing was grouping them into big convoys and then using destroyers to escort the convoys. And the destroyers are what drops the depth charges. So
okay.
in the event, like, so you imagine 10 of these Liberty ships all together. If one of them explodes, now everybody scrambles and you start dropping the depth charges. And now the U-boats have to run away rather than you lose 10 ships, you lose one.
Well, what happened here is a bomb hits them. It's badly damaged but operable.
Mhm.
But they realize we're not making out of this, and we have this technology that they can't get a hold
And
of.
it's 1945, war's over
And
anyway.
it's 1945. It's ending soon.
Yeah.
They
we
know
c-
that.
We got to scuttle this thing.
Oh, really? I would have thought that they just defect.
Yeah, just surrender.
Well, they did. 3 men drowned after abandoning ship, and 46 were captured. When asked who did this, they pointed to the guy, the captain. His name was Schlitt.
That is the most ill-timed flush.
He slipped himself.
So there was
Yeah.
two commanders. There was Gunther Fritz and Karl Adolf Schlitt. I believe Gunther Fritz was the one who flushed
Gunther.
it, but there's no guarantee because they both denied. They're like, I wasn't the one taking the shit. So it's like,
Whoever denied
Like, it wasn't us.
supplied it.
but they killed it. That might be the worst bathroom experience anyone probably has ever had. I would say
It's like you ever like go to your girlfriend or wife's house and you take a massive shit in the parents' house and you stuff the toilet.
yeah. I feel like this was worse.
Stuff the toilet.
Yeah.
Like you clogged it?
Yeah.
like you clog the toilet.
That's never happened to
You've
you.
clogged your in-laws' toilet?
Yeah. Several.
Look at his face.
You got
Are you serious?
you got a plunger? What do you do?
Yeah, you got to plunge it if it's there. if
Yeah, I
available.
mean-
I'm assuming it's available in the bathroom, but if not, you're fine.
Did anyone find out?
What?
Did anyone find
I
out?
mean, Yeah,
That's really
I've
embarrassing.
told. Yeah,
Do you know what you got to like? There's a pro move to this that like will avoid that situation.
not shit.
No. Like let's say it's like, oh shit, it looks like it might clog. You got to pull a logging. You got to be a logger.
Kenny Loggins.
And like, let's say you peed already, you got to pee again. You got to just drink a fuck ton of water and stay in the bathroom and just pee and split that thing in half. That's
You're
the
talking
move.
about a giant shit.
Yeah, that's the move.
He's talking about clogged toilet paper, right?
Toilet
Either way.
paper and shit.
Either
yeah.
way, it'll work for both.
I got a funny
Pro move.
I got a funny
Pro
shit
tip.
toilet story.
You do. I don't think it was as detrimental as this guy's shit though. This
It
was pretty
definitely
bad.
was to this person's life.
They lost $1 million U-boat. And 3 people died.
So
and 46 were now prisoners of war. I don't know if it'll live up, but go ahead.
And the captain went like this.
Oops.
So our childhood friend lived in what should have been almost like a basement or living room area and he had a bathroom next to his room,
Yeah.
right? And for whatever reason, you could not flush toilet paper
Mm-hmm.
in this bathroom. If you did,
Thin pipes.
thin pipes,
How do
water
you
would
wipe your
split up.
ass?
You have to throw it into a trash can next
Oh
to
my
the thing.
god!
Disgusting.
They're saving it for later.
Yeah.
Forget that. Quarantine the bathroom. It's done. It's not. Can't use it.
I agree with him.
It's out. You don't use it.
I've definitely shit there several times.
And you threw shitty paper into a wastebasket.
Yeah, or I would just stick it on the wall.
Good.
No, I didn't.
They deserve it for creating such a monstrosity of a bathroom.
Anyway, so our friend had an older sister. He was like a year or two younger than us.
Yeah.
And he had an older sister that was our age. And she
Is this family from Sweden?
Yes,
Yes.
they are from Sweden.
Avid listeners.
you
just were like,
believe
oh,
it?
we know this guy. Random people were like, they have a friend from Sweden.
So another friend of mine ended up on a group project with her in high school, right? So they're working together. And when he's there, he hangs out with our friend, right?
Yes.
And he goes and takes a shit in the room. And he's told not to flush. And he does anyway.
What happened?
Shit starts.
You saw this happen?
I witnessed and experienced the aftermath of this. Shit
Aftermath.
starts coming up from the bowl and flowing into my friend's carpeted bedroom.
Oh my
Actual
God.
fecal matter
Oh
starts
my God.
coming up from the ground.
Oh my god.
My friend runs out. My friend's father comes down and starts beating his ass as shit's going everywhere. The mother is trying to stop the shit. My friend who was like
Chaos.
working on the it's utter chaos.
You gotta leave.
Shit's flying.
You gotta run.
He runs
You
out
gotta
and
run.
leaves. I lived not too far at this point. He gets to my house.
I think you were like 7 or 8 houses.
Yeah, and he's like, dude, fucking crazy shit. And he tells me what happened. They could not get the shit stench out of my friend's bedroom
Yeah.
for months. It stunk like feces.
Great.
That's what they get.
Yeah.
You're dumping,
Alright.
you're dumping
I
it in the
remember
fucking trash
when we
can
were
anyway.
in when we were in high school. It's actually the night I met Mr. Badagliaco here.
Oh,
we went to a house party.
Oh my god, I forgot.
And
I took you.
The girl's house had an outdoor
Septic tank.
bathroom,
She had a septic tank.
and it was
Yeah,
hooked up to a
septic.
septic tank. And there was so many people at this party, I guess, using the.
It was like
septic
a
tank,
big party.
It was
huge.
massive.
The
The house is big too.
that they broke the septic tank. They overflowed it,
Exploded.
and then it was buried underground, and the shit started oozing up on the
Yeah.
front
On
lawn.
the ground.
And that's how the party ended. Everybody got dispersed
We had
after
to run.
that.
Yeah, I took you, and the other person, the
With the
crazy
Swedish
dude,
friend.
the
The Swedish man.
Swedish man,
And our friend from Kansas.
and our friend from Kansas. We all went to this party.
Yeah.
I met my.
What a motley crew.
That's where I met. That's where I met my first girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah. We had
our
That
first
was a hell of a
kiss.
party.
We had our first kiss as the
At that
shit was
party.
flying up from the sky, the river of shit.
Yes.
That was hysterical.
I'll go.
day.
I'll go.
Okay.
Sure.
This is. Have you ever heard of Franklin's expedition?
Franklin.
Franklin?
Yeah,
No.
I think I might have.
Captain Sir John Franklin.
Where did he go?
He went. So this
I think
is
he's gonna tell us.
this is 1845.
Okay.
Obviously, shipping
He's
is
English or American?
he's English,
Okay.
but shipping is still a big problem. There's not canal technology.
Okay.
So if you want
C
to,
anal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to get,
That's how it's spelled.
if you want to get from, if you want to get from England to California or
gotta go around
China,
the
you gotta
Cape.
go around the Cape.
Or stop and take a train.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass
Yeah,
no
it's
matter
a
what.
bitch.
I prefer pain in
So-
the neck. Let's all go that way.
Okay.
Family
We'll keep it
friendly.
clean, yeah.
Family friendly.
Yeah.
After just speaking about flying shit,
oozing
yeah.
up from grounds, and yeah, it's okay.
All right. So
I think we curse too much.
do you?
We do swear
we should,
a lot.
We should cut back.
We swear.
We
a
should
lot.
do a clean episode.
We should
That's
attempt
tough,
to do a
man.
clean episode.
That's
Okay,
tough.
we will. We will attempt to do one.
Okay.
It will
I'm not
last
doing it the
about
next
5
one.
minutes.
I'm
not
not
the
doing
next
it
one.
the next one because
No.
the next one's it's too
Yeah.
funny not to.
Well, we'll plan it out. I think a pick episode is what would have to be clean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Okay.
plan it out.
We'll do nice stories.
We'll do kid oriented
Kid-friendly.
friendly stories.
I swear, if that's the episode that we fucking make it, I'll lose my shit if we have to be clean forever.
if
I'll
the
lose
money's
it. I'll lose it.
if the money's coming in, I'll call me Miss Rachel. I'll wear suspenders. I'll be
We got 1 million views, and now we
Yeah.
have to just be clean all the time.
So they're looking for the Northwest Passage, right?
Okay.
Still?
Yeah. The plan is that they want to get this ship. What's
He's
what's
playing
Shane
with the
doing?
banana.
What's
What are you
Shane
doing?
doing? What are you,
Yeah.
tell your
You're
story.
making noise.
Tell your story and worry
It's
about what
very
I'm
di-
doing.
It's distracting.
Why do we have a Dune pop?
Swear
Oh,
bar.
it's a swear, but oh god, is that the Dune bucket that you?
You had sex with
Oh
that.
no! Why are you touching that?
Get him. Did you have sex with the dune bucket?
You did with the top, didn't you? Because the top's not on it. Where's the top? Get him. Get him. Where's the top?
So anyway, so they want to figure out a way to cut through the Northwest Passage to go around in a quicker manner
Which does not exist.
while they're trying to discover it,
Mm.
right?
Oh.
So
You go into the Arctic.
Arctic. So John
Shackletons.
Franklin, he's a captain. You know, he knows what the deal is with this shit, and he's like, I am going to get a crew together.
Is this what that show The Terror was about?
I don't know, maybe
I didn't see it.
he had there was the HMS Erebus and the HMS Terror.
Yeah,
Sounds
there was a
like
TV show, The
Erebus.
Terror, that was
Yeah.
based on this.
The Iron Maiden song "Stranger in a Strange Land" is based on this.
Really?
Yeah.
Stranger in a Strange
It's
Land.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
By the way, new Bruce Dickinson album, Aces.
Yeah?
Loved it. Yeah.
I gotta check it
The
out. I know
Mandrake
you-
you sent it to
Project.
us.
Yeah.
Check
I've,
it out.
I've been busy. Was it the Mandrake Project?
The Mandrake Project.
That's a bad name. I think of Harry Potter.
yeah.
Mandrake roots.
The Mandrake group.
I was
Oh,
thinking
you
of Deep
recently
Purple
finished the
song.
series, right?
I did. I think we talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about it on the
Video game.
on the
thing?
video game
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
I was talking about how Hermione was trying to fuck Ron. Well, no, she was saying she was going to fuck
Hermione.
Harry,
Yeah.
and it was messing up with Ron. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
So they're going to take these two ships. They're going to try to sail through the passage to go to the other side, right? And they've developed new technologies.
So they're north of Canada.
Yeah. And they've developed new technology that they believe will allow them to
Cut through ice.
cut through. So they have like all these
Okay.
ice breaking technologies. They have steam propellers, all these different new technologies that they designed specifically for
This is the
journey.
1830s,
This is 1845.
45.
Okay.
So they have propellers, icebreakers, all these things, right?
Cool stuff. Steampunk.
Special cans. Now, typically, to fight scurvy, British at this time soldiers, they would have
Or
lemon
citrus,
water
yeah.
or lime
Lime,
water.
Hence the term limey.
Yes, and they
yeah.
would have it. For this, they didn't do that. They decided
Oh,
that
no.
that they would use technology and have canned goods and canned
Oh.
fruit and all these things.
That's not good.
So sail out 1857. Eventually, they have to pull over.
Now we're in
and
57.
No, I'm sorry. 1845. I don't know why I ended up saying 57. So they end up having to pull.
Traveling for 12 years.
Yeah.
Really slow.
We'll get that one day.
Remember when he was talking about Brian Boru? And he said,
Boru, yeah.
he said that he like reigned in the year 10,000. That's real old school, if you guys remember that one.
He's a
Yeah.
time traveler.
Yeah, he's the God Emperor.
Yeah.
Maybe he comes back in the year 10,000.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm right.
Oh, crap. All right, so 1845.
John,
They're heading out.
Sir Franklin's leading them. A bunch of other people like denied the trip.
Okay.
They're sailing there, and it comes to their attention that the steam-powered things are not working the way they intended in the cold.
Mhm.
Wasn't tested in the cold.
And they have to like pull over basically and try to wait for things to ice and to melt
Thaw
and
out.
things like that.
Yeah.
They set up camps. Eventually, they survive for a year, and now
Jeez.
and they're eating like water. Oh, the ship had a desalination device built into it, which was
So, like,
groundbreaking and new.
Unsalt the seawater.
Unsalt the seawater, and they would always have drinking water. Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it
No,
is.
it's- No, I don't-
It's possible now for sure,
Mhm.
because I know Israel does that for their water.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They invented like this big fucking plan. It's crazy.
no.
But they have
But
yeah.
on a steamship.
I think
that's-
they like get their water from the Red Sea or something like that, which is
Wow.
like highly salt or some
Yeah.
shit like that. I'm probably wrong on that, but I know they have it. Anyway,
The Dead Sea's full of salt.
that's why
maybe
it's
it's the
dead.
Dead Sea. I
That's
don't
why
know.
it's fucking
Either
dead.
way,
Yeah.
desalination is possible, right?
Okay.
And they have this thing that's supposed to give them drinking water. The problem is that all this shit and all the metal devices are lined with lead.
Oh no.
They are
mad.
not aware of lead
I'm
poisoning.
gonna go mad.
Oh no.
They all start fucking getting sick with lead poisoning
Oh, no.
and dying. All the cans and all the
Are
food
lead.
was made with lead. It
Ugh.
was not sealed properly, so a lot of the food is bad.
Not a good situation.
Long story short, they end up surviving and moving to all these places. Snow kind of buries the ships,
Mhm.
and now they're stranded.
Mhm.
Their plan is to try to walk through
To
the
Canada?
passage and carry their lifeboats and get
To
on the boats
shore.
and then find civilization.
Wow.
There ends up
a
being
brutal
some
plan.
sort of fight or argument, right? And they split up in all different directions. They all like become separate tribes almost.
Whoa.
Different, like they break apart. Years go by. John Franklin's widow is like, it's been 2 years.
He's dead.
This is supposed to be a year. What the fuck happened?
Mm-hmm.
She starts petitioning
The
Like-
government.
the government and getting ignored and all these people. Through friends of a friend, she knows Charles Dickens.
Okay.
She goes to Charles Dickens and she's like, you're like the most famous guy in the country.
Help
You
me.
you need to rile people up about this.
Right.
Dickens gets people going and makes this an issue. Eventually, after like 3 or 4 years, the public pressure gets so bad, the English are like, all right, we're going to send out search parties.
About time.
Search parties go. They end up talking to like local Inuits.
Right.
Inuits are like, we've seen
Yeah, we know them.
we've seen these people. They've become cannibals.
Oh my god.
They're wild like beasts now basically, and they're all dead. And like we saw the ship here and we saw this here, and like they saw all these things, and the Inuits give them all this information. The Brits are like, no, you're fucking wrong, fuck you. They ignore them. That journey goes awry. There ends up being survivors. The ships and bodies are never discovered until a lot of time goes by and we get to about when did they find them exactly?
I feel
Hold
like
on.
I saw this.
See the Terror? It's got the guy who played Julius Caesar.
No, like I read like a report on this thing.
It came up again recently.
Yeah, it was recent.
So basically, they've been looking for these ships and traces of the expedition for years. And it's not, I don't know the exact year. 1854, they finally found where Franklin lost the ship.
So 9 years later.
Yeah. In 1857, they find relics at King William Island where it has like survivor records that they wrote and shit, like
Carved some
last
shit.
will and testaments. Yeah.
Huh.
They start to find all these little pieces of them throughout the years. In 1981,
That's a long time after.
yeah, they find forensic evidence and all this shit. The area has been searched again and again throughout the years. In 2020,
Yeah, it was recent.
they're like, we found the fucking spot of the boats.
Yeah. It was like underwater.
It's underwater.
Yeah.
It's taken. It's like you buried all this shit, and they go, and in 2020 they were not able to get to it because the pandemic happened. They had to shut down the operation.
Yeah.
In 2022, they have launched full operations to try to retrieve
'em.
as much as they can
Yeah.
from the ship. But basically, they had zinc deficiency. The people, so they got hit with scurvy, lead poisoning, frostbite, all this shit. They had no food, nothing to grow. They went to the Inuits. They got some help, but the Inuits are like, we're not in a position to like
Help you,
feed
yeah.
a whole crew.
Right.
Like, you guys have to go. And they ended up resorting to eating each other, and like they
Jeez.
found their remains, and like it's like a brutal fucking thing.
Wow.
But yeah, they recently dug up the whole thing. There's this, like, people are obsessed with this case, and there's so much dense information. Like, if you're into this, I encourage you to really like do deep
Mhm.
research, because it's really
Fascinating.
yeah. There's a lot here. But
I think in the show, like monsters are there and shit.
really,
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer when it came out, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this, and then I never did.
Sounds
But
like you were watching a horror thing.
It was a horror thing.
Oh.
Like it's a horror movie based on this story.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's probably cool.
Yeah.
But that's disturbing.
yeah, and it went on to inspire "Stranger in a Strange Land," which made it all worth it for those men, I think.
Yeah, I
Right,
mean that's
right.
their legacy.
Yeah,
Right.
A song that's mediocre at best off
Yeah.
of Somewhere in Time.
Yeah.
So-
not one of Maiden's best albums.
Definitely not. No.
It's no Power Slave or Seventh Son.
Right. Both of those are way better.
Yeah.
Although the title track's phenomenal. Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in Time. Yeah.
What do you got?
I want to talk about the town of Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Not Jonestown.
No, not Jonestown.
We're not
Yeah.
Going to Heaven's Gate. That's
No,
Heaven's Gate,
That's
right?
Heaven's Gate, yes.
Talking about Pennsylvania?
Talking about PA.
All right.
So there was a time in American history where everybody was obsessed with canals. Talking about canals again.
Yeah.
Say it correctly.
Washington.
See
Was,
anal.
Washington was obsessed with it too.
Everybody loved canals in like
I
from the
mean,
1790s up until like
it
the
really,
1850s.
it
Do you know
really
what
makes
Washington's-
travel efficient,
Do you know what
so-
Washington's original plan was for like Virginia?
What?
He wanted to build a canal in the Potomac River
Mm-hmm.
that would like reach like Ohio.
Yeah,
Like-
they were all about this. Like the Erie Canal system, you know, is one of the greatest industrial like things ever built. That connects the Hudson to the Great Lakes all the way to Chicago and the Mississippi River. You know, this shit is insane. And for whatever reason, America just decided one day we're not going to use these things anymore, even though we've spent a ton of time and energy building them.
$1
But in Pennsylvania, they wanted to build a canal system connecting Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, and they pretty much did. And
Wait, so there's like a river basically you could take.
it's a series of rivers. It's a water route all the way to Pittsburgh from Philadelphia.
Okay,
It's across the whole fucking state.
that's pretty cool.
One of the lakes, man-made lakes they end up creating, it actually turns out being at the time the largest man-made lake on Earth. I forgot what
Greg Lake.
Lake Lawnmog. Lawnamog.
Lanamog.
Yeah, Indian
Sounds right.
name.
Sounds right.
Um,
Let's just go with it.
and it is held back by the South Fork Dam. And the South Fork Dam empties into a river, into a valley, and Johnstown is in this valley, right?
Okay.
Okay.
As the canal system, you know, becomes underused, as the railroad gains prominence in the region, it falls into disrepair. Eventually, the Pennsylvania Railroad will end up buying the dam and the lake. They don't take care of it because they don't really care. They just wanted the land to build railroads across. Johnstown, in this time, really has a boom because of the railroad and the new invention of steel works and steel factory foundries.
It becomes a steel town.
Right. This is Carnegie country.
There's a
but-
steel town girl. She's there on a Saturday night, right?
Yes.
Living the lonely
She's
world.
she's a maniac.
That's right.
She's a maniac. Maniac
Like she's never danced before.
on the floor.
But Johnstown ends up becoming the number one supplier in the country, if not the world, of barbed wire. They make barbed wire, and they're making a killing.
Do you
doing
like
it.
that movie?
That's a movie?
Barbed wire.
Barbed
Yeah,
wire?
with Pamela Anderson. She plays.
Isn't that
like
Barbarella?
That's Barbarella, but isn't there a movie Barbed Wire where she's like a
Probably.
shitty
like a-
superhero?
I remember that was a cartoon on Spike TV.
Yeah, Barbed Wire, 1996.
Eh.
It's like Pamela Anderson is like a superhero. It's really shitty.
So, the railroad doesn't care about the dam, so they end up selling it to this guy, John Rolfe.
Okay.
Why is that
And-
name familiar?
Muppets.
Yeah, was he a dog?
He was a
He's a
dog.
dog.
He
yeah.
played piano.
Yes. John Rolfe will team up with a famous man named Henry Clay Frick, who
The
I know,
Frick?
I know you know about.
I know the Frick. He's a good man. Well,
Frick
debatable.
is a extremely wealthy, one of the wealthiest men in the country, industrialist.
An
He
amazing
is
art collection.
Yes, he does.
Yes. Some of my favorite
Did.
pieces.
John Rolfe was the husband of Pocahontas. That's why that name's familiar.
No, John Smith.
No, John Rolfe.
No, John Smith was the husband of Pokemon. Rolfe was the guy who founded the colony in Virginia.
John Rolfe. He is best known for being the husband of Pocahontas and the first settler in the colony of Virginia to successfully cultivate a tobacco crop for export.
Well, who the fuck is John Smith then?
I think you're just thinking.
No, I'm
Disney.
right. John Smith is a guy.
Disney.
There is a John Smith. But, no, hold on. That's why I knew John Rolfe. John Smith was an English soldier, explorer, colonial governor, admiral of New England, and author. Jamestown, all this.
Yeah. He's the
there.
guy.
Yeah, but he didn't marry Pocahontas.
Maybe they just slept together. Who knows?
That
Around
was
the same
that's
time?
just the Disney thing.
My
Yeah.
God.
They just changed the name because Rolfe sounds stupid, and Smith sounds cool.
Are you kidding? I had this wrong?
Yeah. John Rolfe, he married Pocahontas.
Okay.
Well,
anyway,
continue.
Back to South Fork Dam.
Yeah.
This guy, John Rolfe, and Henry Frick. Henry Frick is...
I'm surprised he lived that long. To marry Pocahontas and make it that far into the future.
not that John Rolfe. Henry Clay Frick is the brutal, like, taskmaster of the Carnegie Steelworks.
Do you know what happens when you stub your toe around John Frick and you're around
Henry
children?
Frick.
Henry Frick?
What?
He goes, what? Because
Yes.
you're around children. So you go, Frick.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God damn.
You know, this is the guy who famously organized the Homestead. You know, when the workers at the Homestead foundry went on strike, he hired the Pinkertons to kill them.
Yeah. Brutal guy.
But he founds what's called the South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club at this lake and dam.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And they integrate the dam into the, you know, infrastructure of this club. They stock the lake with tons of exotic fish. And so that the fish don't escape through the spillway of the dam, they put a net across the spillway. Now, this works to keep the fish in the lake, but it also has the dual
You can catch him.
You're catching
development of
blockage.
debris
Yeah.
getting caught in the net
Uh-huh.
and thus clogging the
Clogging the
spillway.
fucking thing. Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
They want, you know, to be as luxurious as humanly possible.
Fucking frick.
So they lower the dam and widen it to let horse-drawn carriages go across it.
A little extra water.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe they don't use the best materials and, you know, engineering to modify the dam. Anyway, one day it starts raining, and it rains and it rains and it rains for 24 straight hours.
It's a good thing they got that dam.
Very good thing. This is in 1889 at 2:50 p.m.
Wow. Very accurate.
The dam fails, and there was an attempt made by some
George
of the
Bush don't care about black
a
people.
lot of the guys at the fishing and hunting club tried to save the dam. They were out trying to get debris out of the spillway, trying to like do anything they can, sandbags. They couldn't do it. They tried to telegraph. The town didn't make it.
Nope.
And
And that town-
3.8 billion gallons of water
Holy
My
shit.
God.
descend through the valley onto the town of
Oh
Johnstown.
my god.
That's like Old Testament shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a wall of water.
Yeah.
If
it
you see
is
that coming, you think the world's ending.
the worst
fucked.
flood
Yeah.
disaster in American history.
Has to be almost world history, right?
I mean, there was a Noah.
The whole world.
There was a tsunami
The whole world
in our
was
lifetimes. 2,209 people are dead. 99
Yeah, that's
families are
actually
wiped
not-
out.
Worldwide bad.
It's
But we're
probably the
Americans.
biggest loss of life until like Pearl Harbor or 9/11.
Wow.
The debris, the town is destroyed.
Mhm.
Of course,
Obviously,
it's just wiped away. Yeah.
it's filled with barbed wire.
Oh my God, you can't even swim.
They can't clean it up.
You
Yeah.
can't do
It's
anything.
incredibly difficult to find survivors or fucking even like clear the wreckage.
It's more of a risk. Yeah.
It's all
It ends
barbed
up
wire.
being the first real test of the brand spanking new organization, the Red Cross. So this is like their first thing.
Their first mission.
Yeah.
What a mission to
Yeah.
fucking start with.
Um,
They just want to like
Crawl
help like
through that
two
barbed
kids.
wire.
the media wants someone to be responsible for this.
And
So
they
obviously
take it.
all fingers are pointing at the aristocrats at the South Fork Hunting and
course.
Fishing Club.
Yeah,
Um,
it's their fault.
it will be investigated, and the like engineering companies that overlook the whole thing end up saying this would have happened even if it was at full capacity and had been properly taken
Do you
care of.
believe
So it
that?
was an act of God. In 2016, they actually reviewed all this,
Okay.
and
boy.
under new scrutiny, they decided that no, these guys, because of
It's
what
'cause of
these
them.
guys did, they fucked up the dam bad enough where they ended up killing all these people.
Okay.
But yeah, at the time, it was. Keep in mind, the people that frequent this club are the richest people on earth.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's the most powerful. It's the real movers and shakers.
It's
of
the
America.
Rockefellers.
Right.
Yes.
It's,
Right.
yeah.
Carnegie.
They're
Ford.
not.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling
Yeah.
them what to do.
And Carnegie's a steel guy, so you know.
Yes, exactly. This was not his factory though. The barbed wire place. It was owned by somebody else.
Okay.
But yeah, that is my story. The
Scumbags.
Johnstown
It
flood.
was owned by
1889.
Bob Wire. That's why it has the name. He named it after his wife.
I want to put
Barb.
the bucket on your head so bad.
Hi,
It's
I'm
just-
Bob Wire. I'd shake your hand, but I don't want to get cut.
The little joke we have.
Yeah.
Wow. It's good. That is.
His
So
temperament is a bit
disturbing.
prickly.
Oh my God. That's a disturbing story. That's so disturbing.
Is that worse than Jonestown?
I would say so. The
Yeah.
Jonestown were there on their own accord.
That's
Nobody
true.
forced them to go there.
And they did get to.
These poor people were just living their lives.
Well, the Jonestown people did get to go to outer space.
True.
Right. Well, I also think
They returned from whence
No,
they
Heaven's
came.
Gate. Heaven's Gate was in the 90s.
Oh,
We're mixing up our
Jonestown's the
cults.
70s?
Yeah.
I think you have a choice of where to live, and if
Heaven's Gate is the guy from Last Chance to evacuate planet Earth before
Yeah.
it was recycled. The Jonestown is
78.
Yeah.
Right?
What's his name? Jones. Jones is his name. Fucking. Why can't I think of his full name? What's his name, Brian?
I'm looking. I'm not an expert in Jonestown. I thought it was the fucking
aren't you?
Heaven's Gate shit.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate was all about the Nikes and the Kool-Aid.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
The People's Temple religious
Yes,
group
Right.
in the Jonestown Massacre.
wow, I feel like if you
That's a story for another
Oh,
day.
Yeah. if you have a choice of where to live, maybe don't live in something that's called a valley with the only thing protecting you is like a dam. I don't know. Just my 2 cents. I wouldn't risk it.
I mean, there's so many people protected by dams. Like,
Yeah.
New Orleans, you're under sea level. You're protected by some levees. Maybe
I
don't.
prefer Nolan.
if it wasn't for
Oh.
George Bush, though, they would have all been fine.
True.
He's probably right.
We
He's
learned
probably
that.
Right. Yes. He did say
Kanye
that.
told us.
He told,
Kanye told us.
the prophet. Jesus.
Pick time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we only have
I'll-
2.
I'll go
We
first.
only have pre-2, right? We need a
We,
third.
I don't know what the other
we
two
don't know,
are.
we don't know what the third
I'll
is.
go. I'll go first. I'm going
Yeah.
to pick Almost Famous,
Sick.
and I have a guest coming in, Robbie Fox from Barstool Sports.
Barstool person, huh?
Yeah, reached
All
out.
right, all right.
He's a Tom Steve
cool.
Dave fan. we've already recorded. I think it was a really good episode. So, you know.
I hate the fact that you just
I hate
can't-
that you won't let the facade
you
stay.
can't just let the facade. Yeah, like we're trying to be like, all right, cool, and you're just like, no, we already did. it.
It's not AI.
It's not. And we're lying to you. He was a cool guest.
Yeah.
Man, what do you pick? What are you picking?
I don't
Do you
know.
know?
No, I haven't
Oh,
picked
Steve,
anything.
what are you picking?
I don't know. What
I
am
thought
picking?
Brian picked the Conqueror.
That was for the last one.
Oh.
What?
Oh, so we haven't discussed this at all.
No.
No. Now we're
Was it Tucker Carlson the movie? What was that one?
Tucker Carlson goes to Russia.
We're gonna watch an
October
interview.
Sky, Tucker Carlson. Let's do that.
Oh, the two guest ones.
Wait. Hold on.
I know what he's. Yeah, from the emails.
So you want to do Tucker, A Man in His Dream, and you want to do October Sky, or do you want to
Do I want to? I don't know.
or do you want to do like Unstoppable?
Oh yeah, there's that
Oh,
one
there
too.
is
We need
Unstoppable.
an action movie in here. We can't have three like
Think
Boring.
pieces?
yeah.
All right, do
That's true.
Unstoppable.
I'll pick Unstoppable.
All right. So this is kind of like
Train
the
movie.
guest pick
Yeah,
episode.
and then
yeah.
we'll talk
we'll
about
bring
trains.
October Skies at a later time. I'm pretty sure we're getting the first title wrong too. The one
It's
you,
definitely not Tucker Carlson.
it's not
the
Tucker
movie.
Carlson's like magical adventure or anything like that. I don't know what it is.
Oh, these Moscow subways.
Right.
Have you ever seen a shopping cart like this before? What are they keeping from us in America?
I saw a crazy shopping cart recently. It scared me. I'm not kidding. You have the shopping cart, you scan your credit card, and as you drop items in, it just charges you like automatically, so you never have to go to the cashier. You just walk out with
Yeah,
I
that-
actually prefer that.
That definitely won't be exploited.
it. Well, right, exactly. Like it's not a good idea. Not a good concept.
Don't they know that America cannot have nice things?
They haven't learned yet.
Like, don't even try.
All right. So Tucker, A Man in the next episode after this is Almost Famous.
Mhm.
Yes.
Then Tucker, A Man in His Dream.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. And
Is that what it's called?
No, it's Tucker, A Man in His Dream.
That's what it's
And
called.
then the other
think it's
one is
bullshit.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
We're gonna
Yeah.
talk about trains.
We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about some trains. Yes.
Okay.
All right. It's training.
We
day.
did birds, now we're doing trains. We really are the show for a certain type. Next, we're doing Sonic the Hedgehog. They killed the DBZ guy. You guys see that?
They killed him.
They
He
killed him. He's
died.
like 90 years old.
He died, man. It's like 88 or
Yeah.
something.
He was that old?
Nobody killed him. How old was he?
I'm checking his age.
If they killed him, we'd be shocked if somebody killed him.
I don't
Really
think they killed him. I just said that.
pissed. They got him.
He was 68 years old.
He wasn't that
Oh,
old.
He wasn't
maybe
that
they
old.
did
They
get him.
did kill him.
I'm actually surprised he was. I thought he was older.
Yeah, because DBZ was in like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. And then it became Dragon Ball Z, and then it became GT.
Shut up.
You know they, and then it's back with like a new series, and they like wiped GT from canon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like an Egyptian god. or
How
something.
how heavy were you into Dragon Ball?
For about 2 years of my life, I loved Dragon Ball.
think we
Z.
all did.
I did too.
Yeah.
we
We're-
were fighting too around that time, like a lot. So.
Honestly, like Akira Toriyama, what he did completely changed Americans' perception of anime.
Yes.
And like
Oh, absolutely.
it created a generation of like our generation was the first ones to really like get anime.
You know what I didn't realize? He's also like the mastermind being like Chrono Trigger
Yeah.
and like some of those early RPG.
Yeah, he had a
video
lot of
games.
hand in
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, influential guy.
Very
Yeah.
influential. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
What a great dude. Died too young. They got him.
Should we
Maybe he's onto something.
in honor of Dragon Ball, should we take like 5 episodes to wrap this one up?
Well, and
Yes.
Like
yeah.
it has to
Yes.
charge the
I have
the
to
end-
charge the spirit bomb for
end
like
the
16
show.
episodes.
he's gonna eat the
And then
banana
we'll come
for
back
5
and end
episodes.
this one.
He'll be chewing the banana for 5 episodes in his hand.
Yeah.
It'll just take.
You know what's so
sweet
great
time.
about that whole thing where he was fighting Frieza with the spirit bomb?
Yeah.
Like there was a whole like 4 episodes where Frieza didn't even realize he was doing that. You know, like he's just standing there,
There. Like
and
this.
and it's growing above him. And Frieza never looks and goes, "Oh shit!"
There's a planet growing above it.
Right.
Is that a moon?
When you look back on it, it's so cheap. Like they
Yeah.
would just reuse the same animation and stretch it for like 5 episodes.
Of course.
It was so as I got older, and like they would just what they would do is they would run the whole show. It would
Yep.
get to a point,
Where they ran out of dub.
and then they
Right.
would start again from the beginning.
That's why I stopped watching.
Yeah.
How far did you get?
I made it to Cell. When Cell was over, I never got past that. So I don't know what happens
I
after
did
they kill
Boo.
Cell.
I think
I think
Cell.
Majin
I
Buu.
think I definitely saw the end of Cell, and I think maybe a little bit
Buu.
of Majin Buu. Like I think I saw Vegeta become evil again, and then they reset it again. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like this is too much.
Yeah. And then like the trick is they just grow hair bigger, and that's it.
Yes, they
You can just keep repeating and just have a bigger hair.
I don't know. There's like some coding there. They become Aryan, and that makes them more powerful. Oh, he is ascended into,
Maybe that's why they
into
got
an
him.
evolved being.
Maybe that's why they got him.
They got him.
Well, they're really at the. Never
Technically,
mind.
he did die 88.
All right, you gonna say bye?
Bye.
Thank you for watching, listening, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you so much. Brian, do you?
All right. Want to give a big thank you to everybody listening and or watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow the show on all social media, Review History Pod on Twitter, Reviewing History Pod everywhere else. Want to give a big thank you to Tell 'em Steve, Dave, Brywalt, Q, Get 'em, Let us record down in the studio. We greatly appreciate it. Follow me personally on all social media at Brian Rupert. That's with 2 P's. Thank you guys so much for listening and or watching. Follow me on Letterboxd. I rank and review every single movie I watch, even the ones in my personal life. I want to give a big thank you to my co-hosts and Steve.
Thanks.
They're awesome.
What do you need?
I love them.
What do you need?
Just wanted to thank
Did
you
you think
guys.
about?
I'm sorry.
It's
I'll
okay.
try to do better.
It's okay.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I am the P-Man!
I am the P-Man!